Hello, happy Wednesday, and welcome in. How are we doing? We are halfway through the week. We're getting there. Welcome in. Hello, friends. Oh, God, it's happening again. Oh, God, I can't hear alerts again. Oh, no. Oh, no. Why does it keep breaking? Hey, Kaden, welcome in. How are you? I'm good. You got hit with 3 feet of snow? Good grief, man. We didn't get like anything. We got a little bit, not anywhere near 3 feet. Holy smokes. Well, I hope that you were able to dig yourself out, I guess. Coda, what's up, Vicky? Pursuer, hello. Just a May, Poulter, Queen, Nerdy, hello. This is probably classic OBS. If I'm just a betting man. If I'm a betting man. All right, I'm gonna have to give it a tinker. Gonna have to give it a tinker. What in the hell is going on? All right, so we are going to try something tonight. It's going to be a little different. It is going to be a little different, but we're going to try. Per Twitch's rules in terms of service and all that jazz, ever since they have introduced even the idea, can I hear it? Okay, it was it was just really soft. Now I hear it. Legend, thank you for the 36 months. You've never been able to have multiple chats on the screen at the same time per their rules. So you've always had to keep it separated. Always. There's people that have recently been getting hit by it, as in like they were getting warned by Big Daddy Twitch, hey, you better knock it off or else. Which is just, it was such a stupid rule to begin with. Like, why do you care? If you are giving people the green light go to multi-stream, then why do you care how they do it? Right? If it's possibly bringing more people to your platform, what do you care? So that has been the big old topic as of late. And they have officially started not caring. And now it is allowed. So I figured we would give it a shot so you guys can see all the crazy crap that other people say. It's so stupid. It's a very dumb thing. So I'm glad that they got rid of it. We'll see how long that lasts. We might not even keep it here. Honestly, we might change things up. I don't know. Oh my God, it's a Maddox. Oh my God. Maddox, what up, homie? Oh my God. How was your stream, dude? Good gravy. Vonnie, welcome in. Hello. Squassage. That's a hell of a name. Withering Witch, thank you for the 31 months, friend. Guys, thank you for the follows. I appreciate you. Vaughn, Hooky, Lucky. Thank you, thank you. What's up, Johnny? Welcome in, dude. Oh my God, look at all these amazing peoples. So we're trying things, man. We're gonna give it a shot. If we're not a fan, then we just won't do it anymore. What's up, Maddox? Stream was great. How were the games? Was it just a Phas night, or did you do anything different? Gamer fan, thank you for the biddies. Can do. What's up? How are you? Presley, welcome in. Smiler, hello. Excited for the Tanglewood rework? I am too, man. Listen, even if there's a small little sequestered area of us that are excited for it, I'm one of them. There's no Baja Blast. No. Hey, Delta, I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Jamie, thank you for the 16 months. Y'all are amazing, man. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. But I'm excited. Ran into a bug I've literally never had before. Ooh, what happened? Logix, what up, homie? Oh God. Oh God. It's about to play stuff that's not mine. Nope. We'll go into this playlist. Have I done the daily challenge? The daily? Like the ones that are on the clipboards? Hey, Shanna, welcome. How are you? What's up, Courtney? Alexis, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Yeah, so we'll try something different tonight, man. We're going to give it a try. As you can tell, your names have icons next to them, and those icons say where you're from. So now you guys are able to see the other chats and actually communicate with them. Yeah. Oh, that's not the daily. You're talking about the weekly challenge. Oh, yeah. I already did it. Yeah, I posted a vid for it earlier. Yeah. Out in the open. Yeah, Logix. Now you can't say crap about him anymore. I know. I've been keeping it all silent and stuff. Sunshine, thank you for the 9 months. He's a baby. New Tangle, where have you been? Wake up. Yeah, New Tangle. It's coming out on Tuesday. How excited are you to tell people drops aren't live for another week? Oh. It's inevitable, Donald. I think at this point, you kind of, it's like practice. You just get used to it. Callie, what in the hell? How's Wednesday going? Not bad, Dorito. Not bad. No, things are going well, man. Things around the house are going well. Like work stuff's good. Like all the things are good. Yeah. So, fun fact. Monday, I will be playing the Tanglewood rework early. I will be live at 7 a.m. Eastern. And you guys are more than welcome to come hang. If you want to be surprised and not see any of it, then just hide your little peepers and go sit in a corner. But either way, I will be live. So if you're not able to, Monday, we'll be doing an early access, like early preview. And then on Tuesday, exclusive drops will be enabled. In other words, if it is a Kinetic partner and they are live in Phasmo that week, you can earn the animated badge. Hi, Mr. Chingus. Maybe I want to be surprised and watch. Well, wait a minute. Hold on a second. Callie, thank you so much. What up, Splat? Hi, homie. Thank you for the 30 months. Hockey, thank you for the biddies. Do you get early release for a few hours or all day? I get it. I'm fairly certain all day this time. It is not just like a preview. They were just trying things out, I think, whenever we were doing those. Yeah. How do you get the animated? So I don't know how long you're going to have to watch for, but to get the animated over on the Twitch side of things, you'll need to watch for an X number of time. Usually in the past, it's been like 2 hours. So literally throw the stream up somewhere and then walk away if you want to, and then it's fine. Do we know what the badge looks like? Well, I do, but I can't show you. Yeah, I can't show you yet because it hasn't been finalized. They're trying to like package it up so they can show blah, blah, blah in a nice manner. I totally understand. But we did see a deconstructed version of it. Yeah. It's going to look like a badge. That is what they say. Do you know if they're going to switch up the curse? That is a fantastic question, Quack. I don't know. Are they going to put the cursed possessions in different locations for the rework? Maybe. They might. I mean, if you think about it, they're kind of going to have to. Because the tarot cards normally spawn in the corner of the living room where there's a table, but there's no table there anymore, I don't think. I'm pretty sure it's a chair. They're not going to stick it on the back of the chair. They might just move it somewhere else inside of the living room. I don't know. Might be rooms that aren't that. Right. Well, not even that. I think, my opinion, I don't know for sure. I think a lot of the rooms are going to be there, and I think it is going to be very similar. I just think that the item locations are going to be different, so they might just move it around the rooms. I don't know. We'll see. I think the table was turned into one of those big comfortable. Yes, it was. Yes. The pink is done. Oh, in the room? Oh, it looks great. In the living room, it looks so good. Just glued to the ceiling. I'm down. That's cool with me. Hawaiian, thank you for the 5 months. Duct tape the tarot cards to the, yeah. Or you just find them inside of the couch. You have to sit down and like dig your arms in to find it. That would be more realistic, I think. I still seen the cards in the video. Oh, wait. Did we see them? They're still on the end table. Ah, what? Oh, I wasn't paying attention. Hold on. You saw it in the video. Oh, do you mean the video that they posted? Do we get character things too? I don't think so yet. Maddox, by the way, friend, if you need to run, if you need to go get foods, go get rests, whatever you may need to do, friend, please do. I appreciate you so much. Withering Witch. No, Justin, you're fine. Yeah, it definitely has to be a small map. I would almost guarantee it. I'm 99% sure that it will be. Withering Witch, thank you. Snowberry, hello. So the blog says no character stuff. Thank you, Mel. There you go. Ha, Mel. Yeah, not yet. I don't know how long. I mean, I'm fairly certain that they said that the character customization was also going to be early, like Q1 stuff. So we will see. Brenda, enjoy the mug. Thank you, friend. Oh, I still haven't corrected my case number. Whatever. Falling apart, man. Falling apart. Playing fast today. Oh, yeah. With the hype that's going on with it, I'm excited for everything that's going on. I want to play Phas. Yeah, I want to play. They said it's still coming soon. Right. Endless? What in the hell? I'm hoping the back. Yes. So that door that we see down the hallway where it's like the kitchen is right next to it. I really hope that we can open that door too. Hey, I'm hoping so too. Nothing. Hanging out. Hi, Drifter. Don't you dare. What the hell? I will what the hell you all day. You play Phas since when? Since at least like 10 minutes ago. On my third PC since I started playing Phas. I've only updated case number once. I'm 1,000 behind. Oh my God. I'm going to guess because I know for sure that when I switched the first time, I never switched my case number. So I'm probably even I should be further than I am now. So I have no problems upping my number a little bit. It's like the quarter prank. Let's glue the cursed items to the floor. Just keep trying to pull the card. What the hell? Hey, Mira, how are you? Smiler, hello. Do you think the sliding glass door will no longer be there since they have the new door? I don't know if we actually have even seen that angle. We've seen the angle looking from dining to kitchen. I don't think we've seen from kitchen looking the other direction. I don't know. Did I miss anything? No, we were just chatting about Tangles, chatting about the updates that are coming, all the stuff. Ember. Good God, man. Jerk, how are you? Hi, Carrie. How was your stream earlier, friend? Finally got brave enough to get out of amateur? Hell yeah. Since we're not getting the character customization on the day that we... Wait. Oh, so we're not. Yeah, I don't think so. No, and I'm kind of glad we're not. I think that would be overload. I'm glad that they're separating it. I'd rather have our time with Tanglewood, and then maybe we'll get lucky, and then maybe it won't be that far down the road that they do the character customization stuff. So that's kind of my hope. YouTube is draining your battery while you're charging. Well, that's counterproductive. Were you messing around on the green side? Yes, I was. So there's a reason I was messing around. So do you guys remember when I said one of the things that I wanted to be able to do was to be able to do cross-platform voting? Little did I know when I talked to my guy, it already exists. It exists. Someone already made it, and I have it. Endless, I swear to God, are you talking to yourself? Oh, Callie, thank you for the biddies. A logical clown. Thank you for the 33 months, friend. Yeah, I had no idea. He at first he was like, "Oh, well, let me look into it. Send me your logs so I can check out this and that." And then he messaged me again and was like, "Oh, it's actually right here." Character customization is going to be crazy. Now, if they do our hope is that they are going to take the room that Pajama Pam is in and turn that into like a character customization room of some sort. I'm bored. So you're talking to yourself cross-platform? Oh my God. What the hell? Hey, what up, Justy? How are you? Juju, thank you for the biddies, friend. Oh, I got to go get a thing. Oh, shit. Hey, I got to be I'm going to leave the screen like this. I have a package to open. I got sent mail. I was told to open it on stream, and I was told to be afraid. I got to go get it. No, not banana. No. No banana. That's not, no. That's part of something else. It is not sausages from Doc. All I know is that it was from Blondie, and that's it. I have no idea what's inside. Here's the mail that never fails. Yeah, I don't know if this is going to make us want to. I did no banana. Roger that. No uppies. No, I'm not Baron and I'm not Chinggis. Negative. Absolutely not. I would remove Pam, but have a full length mirror and have a. No, it would be really funny if whatever character customization stuff you were doing, you saw on her. Like it was almost like she was like your mirror, you're like previewing it. Can't wait to play it. Me either. Me either. Words. Yeah. Will you two be? Oh, I'm gonna be confused for sure. Thank you guys for the hype train, man. Holy hell, Fry. Thank you for the sub. Yeah, here in a second. We'll go get it in a second. I have no idea what's in there. What time is it for me? It is almost 8:30. So I started a little bit early, like a smidge, just a little bit. Do you think that there will be 2 weeklies next week? Based on the past and how they have done things, honestly, I bet you that there will be, and it's not going to be intended. I bet you what's going to happen is the weekly is going to come out on Sunday, and it's going to happen on Monday, and then the new map is going to happen, and they're going to do a new weekly. So I'm going to have to do it on Sunday or Monday. I'm going to have to. So that way I don't miss it. I have yet to miss a single weekly ever since they've existed. Yeah. Yeah, it's about 8:30 my time. Yeah, thank you, Matthew. Are we getting 50 tango? Oh, I don't know. That I don't know. There's some information that we were not privileged to. I don't know. We don't know if there's Easter eggs. We don't know. We do know that there is lore on the map. We know that for sure. We've seen images. We know there's lore. We know that something about trains. We're guessing that there's like a train table in the basement. Maybe we can loop around it. Yeah, we'll see. Echo, thank you for the 26 months. Noob, thank you for the biddies. Gamer fan, thank you guys. My God. Yeah, I did a inside of the server earlier. I did a teaser image of what's a part of our mystery wheel that we haven't spun yet. Showing us. No. The dining room table is there. We can see it. In some of the preview images, we have seen the dining room table. We know that it exists. So kitchen, dining room are still across from each other. And then we know we have the hallway. We have the living room. We know that we have, there's a lot of stuff we know. How do you join the server? Link is right there, friend. I need to set it up so that way when I do. Oh, my camera's frozen. Hello? Hold on. My eye really itches. Hold on. My eye is so itchy. Hold on. I don't know what that was. Yeah, I don't. That's the second time that's happened. Itch it, then you class. Seer, I swear to God. I swears. Go get my mail. All right. You guys just sit here and talk amongst yourselves. I'm going to go get the package, whatever the hell it may be. Seer, please behave yourself or else. Okay. Peanut Brittle, thank you for the 5 months. I appreciate you. BRB. All right. We've returned. There's no. Yeah, we're good. Your snow is slowly disappearing. That's good. I don't know what this is. It got sent to the P.O. box. We got mails. Yeah, I don't know what this is. I was told it's a mystery. The chaos is the reason. What do you mean the chaos? What chaos? The predicting rain for you guys. Damn. I do not. I have scissors. You gonna teach me how to not suck at this game? Yeah, just don't die, Seer. So this is from Blondie. I don't know what it is. It's. I have a feeling it's going to be a joke, but we'll find out here in a second. Okay, that didn't work out like I wanted it to. There we go. Plays Blue's Clues. I'm down. I'm down for Blue's Clues. Non-death is nice. This is true. We're in the same shirt. Let's go. Oh, is this one of those Amazon thingies? Keep your gift a surprise. Unwrap the present before opening the envelope. If it's a mini Ouija board, I'm really confused because it's really, it feels a little squishy. I don't think it's a mini Ouija board. I don't think so. Who's the sender? Blondie. Oh God, did it just nod itself? Is it Frank? I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine, friends. But it's from Amazon. So, I mean, it has to be something that was already pre-made. If I open this and glitter comes out, I'm going to be really upset. Guess before I open? Dude, I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what this is. Like, I mean, obviously, my guess is like, but it's got like, it has more weight than just like a stuffed animal of some kind. A steak for your, I don't know. Why is plushie or steak the number one guess right now? Or a future idea? Oh God. Is this an old person costume? Is this literally a costume to be an old person? Adjustable metal folding cane? Is this what you think of me? How dare you? How dare you? How dare you? That's sick. That's sick. Don't need a costume for that. That's what I was going to say. How dare? Oh, okay. Oh, that's why they said not to do this. Okay. Oh, I gotcha. Because it tells you what it is. Oh, there's a message. Allow me to read it. Oh, looky here. An outfit just for you. Monthly sub goal, lol. A future Halloween outfit as well. From Blondie. You know, I got to say, I'm really glad we spent the time going over that. It felt very, very needed. Okay, I don't think you call someone walking around with a cane unk. Wow. Wow. Imagine. Now, I don't have it in front of me, but Juju sent us something too. And it was a gift. I don't have it down here. But she sent a Disney bag for my wife and sent me a freaking Haunted Mansion mug. Try it on? Absolutely not. Nope. That's going to be a future goal of some kind. Makes you feel better. Both sides of my head are grayed out already. See, there we go. See here. We'll match. We'll be together, man. Is the playlist available? Yeah, if you do exclamation point playlist, it's there. Yeah. Damn, dude. I'm not a grandpa. I'm not Chinggis. You can't do that. You can't do that. Papa. I do have an emote, though, that is Boomer Flash, though. I do have an emote for that. All right, let's get Faz open. Yeah, it's time. Chinggis call out of the... he's Beetlejuice. You just say his name like 3 times and he eventually shows up. Blondie said there's something else. Where's the good item?
Welcome back. There's some jobs ready for you.
Is it possibly, hold on. Maybe it's in this. Hold on, wait. Maybe it's in this. Hold on. So I thought that this was like a prepackaged, ready to rock like outfit for old people. Well, okay. Let's go over what's inside of here, shall we? Didn't realize that. So we have the adjustable cane. Okay. Do you wear wigs? Okay. Old person wig. Oh my God. So what we thought was a old man outfit is wrong. This is a granny outfit with glasses, pearls. When will you wear wigs? And what I thought was like old man pants. Nope. Granny sweater. Granny sweater. You couldn't tell from the wig? It just looked like some old man wig. Damn, dude. Well, there we go. Blondie, thank you, friend. I do appreciate you. It's the thought that counts sometimes. Maybe not every time, but sometimes. Ay, caramba. Definitely a goal thing. What have I come into? Timeless? I don't have an answer, man. Crazy D, thank you for the 38 months. I could dress up Pam. She's back there needing a new fit. Gosh dang it. All right. So as you can see over in the corner on the other side, I've also included said multi-chat stuff over there too. It is there. So we'll try it. We'll try it and see how it goes if we like it. The only thing I need to figure out though is if I want to try to do the alerts as well, I got to figure out a way to do that. I know there's different ways. It's just trying to figure out a way that's tasteful and that's not overbearing. Cosplaying as Granny Baron. All right. Ay, caramba. You'll have to take that to both you. Oh. YouTube chat is on there as well. Yes. Yes. Am I playing any Phas tonight? I'm not sure. Have I ever played any Halo games? Oh, yeah. Back on the original Xbox, I played the original Halo, played Halo 2. I never got into Reach. Yeah. Hey, Close, how are you? Am I planning to reattempt the Tanglewood challenge? Probably not. How many places? Technically right now, 3. And then possibly 4. Yeah. Hey, Star Wars, I appreciate you, man. Thank you. Yeah. Nice mug. Thanks. Got it for my wife. She doesn't drink from it very often, so I do. Just chatting in the lobby? Yeah, just chatting. Getting our jibber jabs out of there. I am playing with at least one friendo that I'm aware of today. Miss Break, are you ready soon-ish? She might be getting started. If so, then I can just jump in and get going. Made one of the streams after watching the vids for a while. I appreciate you coming over, friend. Thank you. Well, shit. When in Rome, while we're here, might as well. We haven't started games yet, and that's already begun. Is there a new postcard on the board for Tangle? No, not yet. No, the game hasn't been updated yet. No. When the game updates next week, then we can start looking for that stuff. With the outfit you got now, you can be a ghost in Fez. Gaga's gonna come looking for us. Great. So I get to add Granny. You know what? Okay. Gonna add it to the wheel. Hey, God, what's up? Okay. It has been added to the wheel. Hey, Maxwell. No, you're good. No worries. Andy, think of the 7 months. No worries at all, dude. No worries at all. I appreciate you. What's today? Oh, Blondie sent something else beyond that. Oh, it's probably like they must have sent it separately. Well, like they must have arrived separately. It must have arrived separately, like after I left picking up that. Damn. Well, I'll have to show you guys whenever I get back. It was the same day. I swear to God, it probably showed up after I got to the UPS. I swear to God. Well, Blondie, I don't want to spoil the surprise. I'll wait till I get it and then I'll show it on Friday. Thank you, friend. Halogen, hello, friend. All right. Let's do the things. Oh my God, it's Doc. Hi, Mr. Doc. Mr. Doc, how's it going, sir? Run and grab it. I can't. They're not open. They're not open. I can't get it. If it's just mail, if it's just normal mail, I can get, because that's open all the time. But if it's a package, they have to hold it for me and then I get it. Yeah. Oh my goodness gracious. Mr. Dockerton. How's it going, sir? How we doing? A subba. Okay. I need to figure out how I want to do this. Again, I don't have lock tools anymore. No. I know how I want to do this. Okay. I just don't do it the way that we used to do it. That's all. I got to do it this way because I have no choice. Until I add another like giveaway style thing, it's just going to have to be the way that it is. And then we'll just let the fates decide. Almost 2 a.m. for you. Gonna sleep soon. No worries. I appreciate you. Doing decent. I like to hear that. Light Scarlet. Enjoy the sub, friend. Damn. Roger that. Thank you, blood sample. I was like, do I need to my guess, Blondie? I almost guarantee that they showed up in different packages. I got the one left and then the other showed up. I can almost guarantee it. Hey, Steve, welcome in. Vanny, thank you for the follows. I appreciate you guys. I'm excited for next week, man. It's going to be good stuff. Next week is going to be amazeballs. Monday, we have the early access for Tanglewood, so I'll be streaming that super early on Monday morning for me, at least at 7 a.m. And then on Tuesday, it will be public for everybody. I don't know exactly what time. I don't think they've actually announced. But when that does happen, drops will be enabled. Drops will be enabled. Hey, Shake, how are you? Freshly milked. That was not on my 2026 bucket list of things to hear. You know, I think a good surprise is good every now and then. Are they just changing Tanglewood or are they doing other stuff as well? All we know is that they are revamping Tanglewood. That does not mean that they are not doing a bunch of like bug fixes and things like that, which they might. We just are aware of the Tanglewood stuff. Why are we talking about being professionally milked? Because it's appropriate conversation. Can you still test for a spirit if it's a cursed hunt? Well, yeah. My opinion on the rework, it looks awesome. Oh yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait. Marissa, how are you? Chick-fil-A, hello. That chat I do not have on the screen because it didn't have an option for it. So I'll have to figure that out. Yeah. All right. Should I run one or do we know if break is almost ready? I don't know. Dear Slayer, how are you? Might have missed it. Yeah, blood sample. 7 a.m. on Monday. 7 a.m. Eastern time. I'll have it. Yep. Yes, and they added another lore update to the Trello as well. Could do a quick warm up. We might not need to because I think she might be ready. Break is always ready. Is she? Okay. Trello? Yeah. They have a Trello board that you can go look at. It's public for anyone to see, and you can see what they're working on. Just run one? Okay. I don't want to rush you. As I say, if you're going to like talk to peeps and hang out for a sec, I'll run one. Yeah. I'll just run one. Not like Chesney's words of wisdom. Oh my God. Watch for a while. Think the content's pretty cool. As an amateur, do you have any tip for me? Yeah, don't move to intermediate or professional until you feel ready. There's no rush, man. You have all the time in the world. It's not like the game's going to explode if you don't get to Nightmare within the next week. So you have all the times. Take your time. We'll do a quick run and then we'll get break in here as well. Have I ever had a mimic that mimicked a demon? I would say the odds of that are very, very high that has happened. Did I say hi to the ghosty girl in the room at all today? Why would I do that when she's literally in my room all the time? I don't have to go say hi. Oh my God. I heard the game explodes if you don't get from Nightmare quick. Colin, listen, dude, I wasn't trying to scare him. What up, Colin? How's it going, Omi? Maybe she just wants some acknowledgement. Hi! There we go. I like how they kept the house the same. Just more cozy. It looks so good, man. You know what? I know we played it a lot recently, but we'll do it again. We're doing a quick Nightmare run before break gets in here. Hey, Tiny Rex, how are you? Yeah, so the chat is working well. That is good. That has multiple things happening. The alerts. The alerts, I know of a way to do it. I don't know if I want to use it yet. I'm not sure. Undecided. Maybe getting a train table. Oh, the train? Oh yeah, we're thinking so too. Yeah. Poison Ivy. When does the new update come out? It comes out publicly on Tuesday. We don't have a time though. Yeah. That was an aggressive hi. I just wanted to make sure she heard me. So psyched for the Nels Diner release. Damn it, Doc. Hey, Christy, good to see you. Went privately. Still don't play solo nor any higher than professional. Nothing wrong with that. Whatevs, man. MSC, hello. Rainy, thank you for the year. Thank you for the 12 months. I need to grab this and put this over here so we can just mess around with it at some point. Like I said, I have the ability to have an alert window that is all platforms. I haven't set up the sounds for it. So I tried setting it up a long time ago at some point. I remember because I saw my GIF in there, but I haven't messed with it beyond that. So I don't know. I might try it later. We'll see. Being exams all day. Guess I'll watch the stream when it's on the tube. Yeah, no worries. Hey, side piece, how are you? What a coincidence. Oh, Tuesday's your day off. Let's go. I think I just experienced that lag thing I was talking about. Find the game a load more fun with friends. Oh, yeah. When you're playing with friends, it's just a different experience altogether, right? It should be. Like Dios, because they're easy to escape. Unless you trap yourself, then they're not so easy anymore. Which happens. Christy, thank you for the heart me. Hope everyone's doing well. We're doing good, man. We're doing good. Started stream, opened up a gift, which was awesome. And from the heart. But, oh, it's snowing. Taking in the tangles as much as we can before they do the thing. Man, I can't wait. I'm so excited. Hey, Deverick or Devo? Galaxy Quest music? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, see that happening? Hey, John, welcome in. Any preview for the new badge? Not yet. No, I can't show it yet. I was told not to show. I thought I heard that. But what did you throw? there's someone over there. It's fine. Ghost gonna be a mare? Nah. This is easy yokai. 3 degrees. Roger that. I'm sorry? I'm sorry. Was that Elmo? How long will the PO box be open? It's open it's open at all times. Yeah, if I ever shut it down, I'll make sure to say something about it. There is going to be a drop badge. Yep. ID card and badge that's going to be starting next week. It'll start Tuesday. I just don't know what time. All right, I got to keep my eyes on the lag stuff. I've been trying to get talk to Chinkus about it because it's been happening recently. The toddler from Dinosaurs. Oh, not the mama. Oh man, I remember that. Got a mare not too long ago. Nice. Yeah, see, look, it just happened. Yeah, this is the first game. Yeah. Collecting badges like they're Pokemans. You do what you gotta do, boo-boo. Oh, missed it. Missed it by that much. This is 2 evidence, yeah. Brit! Damn, dude. Brit, thank you for the 10 subs. Holy hell. Oh my lanterns. Oh my god. Can other ghosts do the mare ability? No, only the mimic and the mare can do that. Because the mimic can mimic any ability from the other ghosts. Yeah. Hey! Oh, we got writing. No UV that I can tell. I don't mind nails, but the floor is awful. Oh yeah, you are in good company, friend. Most of us hate the sound of the walking on the floor. They changed it, and for some reason, I don't know why, whoever beta tested that was like, sounds so good. No, it doesn't. Where are you? Audio again. Where are you? Are you here? Where are you? It's so delayed, and I know that it's working. Where are you? See? Where are you? Are you here? Where are you?
Get away.
Why? That is like the 3rd time that's happened to me as of the past like 2 streams. Why? Oh, Yokai's out of there. Damn. Where are you?
Right here.
No, I'm right here. Where are you?
Here.
Are you here?
Behind.
Where are you? Where are you?
Down far from there.
Jesus. Where are you? Boner. Do I want to talk to him? He seems safe. Your bet's a pull team. I mean, it's throwing stuff, but is it throwing a lot? Hey, Rye. Been a few months since I caught a stream. Welcome in, man. I hope you're doing good. Let's bring that. Let's bring this. I don't know what my sanity is because I forgot. Still possible for a mare? It is true. It is true. I kind of don't want it to hunt yet. I'm actually going to bring this, that. We're not doing viewer games, Ryder. Listen, I feel like I have to say it out loud. If I don't say it out loud, I'm going to forget that I saw it. I need to go back and look at the photos. Somebody said that they could see the tarot cards in the new images on the table. I just wasn't paying attention. Hello? All right, well, we don't need this. Ghosty. Where are you?
Far from there.
It's gonna throw one of these objects. I'm gonna get a photo of it. Watch this. Hey, Pixel Pixie, how are you? Oh, Jesus. Get sniped on, nerd. Get sniped. Got his ass. Merry Christmas. Holy. Don't forget the bone. I just got the bone. What do you mean? Do a little mirror test. Sound recorder bugged. It happens. I'm honestly kind of used to it at this point. Going to record things and it doesn't actually record. Do you think there's an outside room in the new Tangle? Oh, honestly, I don't. But my guess, and we don't know yet, my guess is that that door that we saw that has the glass window on it, that we're going to be able to enter the house that way. I don't know. Do you have brownie frowny? No. The ghost is trying to make it happen, though. Hello? Oh, I could do a picture of someone's circle. That's a good point. Anonymous? Thank you for the tier 2. Okay. Oh, you son of a... Oh, it's not a mare. Oh. Well, us leaving it alone eliminated the mare, so that's cool. Turn the light on. Can't tell if it's actually tarot cards from the picture. I think it's a cord from the phone. Okay. I don't know. Oh, I don't even have the EMF yet? Damn. All right. And then... Hold on. Hey, I'm legit. How are you? The new update is releasing on Tuesday publicly. Yeah. Tuesday. Do I prefer brownies or cookies? Do you want me to say something that's going to make you think about unsubscribing? Nope. Way too fast. I still need 5 videos. This light, like, I don't know. I can't explain it. I don't know what's going on. Christy, thank you so much for the finger heart. Drog, thank you for the biddies. You listen here. All right, I'm gonna go get a smudge. Damn it, he shut the power off again. He's so mean. It almost sounded slow. But if it's a Moroi, I would be cursed. Because I've definitely talked on the spirit box. Right? Would definitely be cursed. The blurb got you for a second. Listen, I was having issues the other day. And somebody commented on the video because the sound was still in it. They're like, oh, damn, dude. I thought that was me the whole time. I'm so sorry. Nope, it's me. Jessica. Hey, CG. Not realizing what the day is today? Yeah. Not yet. Not yet. Let's hurry back in here. Yeah. Get this, just in case it eats the crucifix. There's one. Num num. Num num. Got it. Num num. Ghosty? I don't want to miss the cruci burn. I did take Sandy, but then I got another spirit box response, so that would have... It would have cursed me again. This is Nightmare. All the references make me feel elder. I get them all reminded I'm not young anymore. Oh, listen, we're just a bunch of nostalgic peeps, man. Okay? I'm gonna go downstairs and it's gonna eat the crucifix. Oh, it's in the basement. It's got wheels. It's got wheels. Oh my God. Do you know how fast it was? Holy moly. That's got to be a Moroi. It has to be. All right. I still need 2 videos. Wait. I've got fire extinguish. I've got object throw. I've got hunting ghost. Ooh, I brought, wait. Did I bring salt in here this time or no? Hunting you down, yeah. Case, thank you so much. I did. Thank you so freaking much, friend. Here's the question. Is it downstairs? Okay, whoa, game. Whoa. Oh yeah, I can still do motion sensor. Damn. That sounded like it was upstairs. What the hell is going on? All right. Hold on. I'll return. You big idiot. I don't trust. That ghost sounded like it was in the living room now. He's coming for your sanity. He's coming for something. All right. Give me that. That. I got the salt. Grabbing another smudge. Oh, I kind of want the cruci burn. Yeah. Okay, I like it. I like it. Thank you guys so much. Another freaking train. What the hell? Exploded. Thank you for the 6 months. All right. I'm gonna grab this. Is that Chiba? Basement? Oh, wait. Oh, come on. Did it switch? Yeah, it's in the basement now. Hello? Whatever. Makes sense. The EMF's going on up here. Oh, yeah. No. Please. You just have fun. Do whatever you want, you jerk. One more. Motion sensor thing is broken, so we'll do this. Hey, Nessa. Oh, it touched the poo bucket. Nice. Makes perfect sense. Can't even see you, homie. Here, eat that. Get away from me. When it switches rooms, does it have to switch? It has to do it has to switch to an adjacent room whenever it decides to switch. Yep, indeed. Shib, thank you for the follow. Oh, Malanta. All right. That's a Moroi, and that's a perfect game. Get me out. Oh, the ghost has been. This is the first one. Not too bad, Jerry Young. Not too bad at all. Should I go get my package from my mailbox? You should. You should walk there.
Welcome back. There's some jobs ready
Nice. Nice. Perfection. And I got a daily. Sweet. All right. Whenever Mrs. Brake is ready, I don't know if somebody wants to let her know that this lobby is open and available to her. Whenever she feels poo-paired. She just went live? Oh, that's enough time for another one. Okay. Wait, I have ads coming. Thank you, Shauna. Yeah, I have ads coming anyway. Yeah. She's good. She's fine. No rush. I went live a little bit early anyway. So all is well. Oh, God. I got to figure it out, man. I don't know if it's because I'm trying to do too many things at once. The random lag stuff that's happening. I got to figure it out. I don't know what it is. Especially on this. On this, it should have no problem, but it's still... Break joining? Mm-hmm. All right, friends, I do 3 minutes of ads every hour. So that way, if you are not subbed, if you don't have turbo, you don't miss anything. So this is, because I'm going to be playing multiplayer, it's going to be a lot harder to do the breaks when we might try to sync up ads. I don't know. I guess we'll see. But for now, I can run them myself. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then while they're running, we're just going to hang out in the lobby and then we'll run in. No. I'm playing with friends. I'm playing with friends today. It's not a viewer day. All right. 3 minutes. I also wonder if this worked as well. I tried to mess with stuff. I see that didn't work. So I tried to add the ad timer up there. And ads are running, but it's not showing the time. Well, I tried. Hey, Laura, how are you? Well, we'll just turn it back off. I tried. I'll have to mess with it again. We will see. Anyone else joining? Yeah, Break's going to be joining. Yeah. Did it break? No, it's not working. Yeah. See that where it's, it says not like it shows me no information, but I have an ad timer below me. Like I have one underneath that screen that says the ad time on it. Yeah. So I don't know why that's happening, but it is. Whatever. It's not the end of the world. That's why I turn it off. I'll just keep you guys posted at the time. Hey, Orlando, welcome in. Gonna take another NyQuil. Come in, Lark here, Mermaid. I hope you feel better. I'm sorry you're not feeling so hot, man. But yeah, now everybody's chats show up on the screen. I think it's nice because then if you're a part, like it could be really nice because if you're a part of another platform and you, how do I word this? When I was responding to some people before, it was hard to understand what the hell I was talking about because you didn't see the question, especially if you're watching a video back and you don't see the question show up inside of the chat, but now you do. The test I should be studying for, I already know most of the content. Oh, damn, nice. Well, then there's no need to study. 10-hour drive. Ugh, that's gross. That's gross. I do want to test the voting. I want to test that after the ads are done just to see it work. Yeah, Nessa, it was super easy to turn that on once I figured it out. I just had to link all the stuff together. Anonymity is out the window. That's right. It's gone. Now you're there forever. Now you're there forever. Just got out of the lab. Ooh. Anything fun? You thought it broke TOS. Guess what? Old Mick Dan Twitch Pants came out and put a video out saying that they are no longer going to be reprimanding anybody for doing it. So now it's allowed. Yeah, it was not allowed before. Correct. Now they allow it. So that was the whole reason we never did it in the first place, because they didn't allow it. But now they do. So we're just giving it a shot. Doing a quick review, watch and play fast. Oh, nice. All right. They are done. We are back. I'm going to mess with something real quick just to see if it works. Will I have early access? Yes, I'm going to have access on Monday. Monday at 7 a.m. All right, let's do a test. So let's see. What is the poll going to be? Who did it? Chinggis. Break. Baron. And the way that this works is it's not going to do a normal poll that would show up at the top of chat, because obviously all the chats are different. But what it will do instead is it will show something like this. And then whatever platform you're on, you type either 1, 2, or 3 for whichever one you want to vote for. Obviously, you only need to vote once per the normal. Voting twice does you no good. But 1 for Chinggis, 2 for Break, or 3 for Baron. Whatever platform you're on, it works. Wherever you are. If you're on Tube, except for, sorry, almost every platform. I have yet to find out if I can find a way to do it with the talks. Though it might be working already. It might actually be working. I'll have to go back and check. But yeah. Joke's on you. There is no break. Only Gary. No, my name's not in there. You can't blame me. It's not my fault. 1 and 3 are the same. They share one brain. Touche. Touche. But with this, I'm able to set timers on it so we can have it go for so long. If I want to, I can just quickly come over here and toggle the pole just to turn it off and turn it back on. Yeah. Seeing if it'll work. Crow, we might need to like, I don't know. We might need to like test it separately to see. Yeah. But it seems to be working right now. Groovy. Why are we voting? To test. I haven't tested this yet. I wanted to make sure that it works. It's a multi-platform voting system. So that way it's not like, oh, sorry, only the people on the purple side can vote. Nope. Literally everybody can. So that way when I'm asking like, hey, what do you guys think of this? And we do a poll, you can vote no matter where you are. Oh, hey, she's here. So yeah. And apparently you all think that Chingus did it. So we'll go ahead and end things there. Thank you for voting, friends. I do appreciate it.
Hello? Oh, you just showing things off now? You're just
What?
fancy shit over there, huh?
What do you mean fancy? Listen, I figured out how to do stuff, so I'm just trying to, I was doing a test, making sure it worked. Damn.
You don't share your secrets or
Damn.
anything? You just
Nobody
keep them to
asked. What do you
yourself?
mean? Damn. Plus, you guys can't see the poll. Right. I would have to figure out a way to have it show up for you guys too, right? Hey, Zero, no worries. Oh, my goodness. Well, how is it going, Miss Break?
You know, it's been a day.
Yeah?
I told everybody that I went to like wash my face in the shower this morning and I put my face wash in my hair. And that just really set the tone for the day.
Rookie mistake.
I know.
Rookie move.
My face is not on top of my head.
Started washing my
But I
hair with my
forgot
moisturizer.
temporarily.
I was like, what the hell is going on? What is
Oh my
this? It's
God.
Phasmo. Well, what game mode do we want and where do we want to go, Rand? Hi, Reds.
You know, I haven't had a chance to like think about nothing, so I am down for whatever.
Okay, listen. We'll put on some
Hey, you
training
know what?
wheels. We'll start with
One
Crow.
of these days. Okay, one of these days I'm gonna convince you. I haven't even really asked, but one of these days I'm gonna convince you to do all difficulties with me. I'm not saying it should be tonight.
Ooh,
I'm
to
just
do a
saying-
duo all difficulty?
Yeah.
That could be pretty funny.
Yeah.
Now, is it both people have to live or just one?
Yes, we both would have to live.
Crap. It's like, is it this or this? Yes.
Yep.
Okay. We would fail miserably.
Anyways.
It would be such a fail.
It would be fun to try, though.
I'd be down, Charlie Brown.
Come on.
Yeah. At some point, for sure. Is there a time slot for Monday? 7 a.m. is when I'm going to start. Yeah. Game
Okay,
slightly loud
professional.
for
Starting
anybody?
with professional, you know, I think I can handle
Does
that.
it seem loud? I can always adjust volumes if I need to. Yeah, why not? You know? Just a nice, easy pro. Yeah, I can always... Oh, God. Is it the game volume or is it the voice volume? Like, of the other player? Because I can always turn it down, like, the desktop down a little bit. Would you like super salad? A super salad, please.
Oh, you like
with a
moved
cape.
all of a sudden, but you like popped. You were within my field of vision, and then you weren't. And for a second, I thought you would like disconnect, and I was like, "Oh, is
Oh,
that how tonight's
all's
gonna
well.
go?"
Break is loudest. Yeah, I noticed that too. But what I can't do... All right, are you gonna do a Chingus board read?
Hold on. I might have something for that.
Like, did you even hear, like, the voice was almost like breaking, like, no pun intended, but it was so loud, it was like peaking.
I gotta find the right button.
Yeah. Is she still loud? What? Like, I'm gonna have to go down, like, and do this? Is the game volume good for you
do I
guys?
sound more like Chingus now?
Nailed it. That's perfect.
Okay. Well, Chingus like makes up like stories. I don't know if I'm that inventive.
You got
All
this.
right,
I believe
case
in you.
5,424. We got Becky Johnson. We're gonna escape. We're gonna take her photo because we're not creeps, and we're gonna get parabolic.
Damn, I was hoping for a firelight.
Becky sounds
Becky.
like a winner.
Oh my god. When did Chingus get here? Because all I can adjust is master volume and then like individual volumes. That's all I can do. And if she's loud for you guys, I'm just adjusting volume things. People were saying you're a loudmouth.
Oh, wow.
That's what I said. I was like, damn, guys, she has feelings.
Wow, rude. Yeah, I definitely have feelings.
It's better. Okay. Is the game volume itself so good? Here, let me get in the map and show you. All right. Remember, it's pro.
He's gonna show up for a photo. I've
Yeah.
got. Oh yes, pro.
Yeah, we can see where all the stuff
nice.
is.
We can see where all the stuff is.
All right. Like, how's this volume compared to my voice? Is that okay? Loud enough? Why did I go to that bowl? Yeah, she got it. Better for sure. Okay, game seems fine. Thank you. What the hell? Game is good too. Okay. Thank you.
I'm already failing.
Why?
My mouse hit something. I took a photo of nothing.
Help you get good at the game? Oh yeah, if you watch a lot of my vids, friend, that can help. Oh, are you snapping pics of nothing?
I'm just the yeah.
Hey Zeeth, I'm good. How are you?
No, I was trying to sell the piano.
You see that happen? You see that right there?
What?
In live. Why would that be better?
Because we're here to figure out what a ghost it is doesn't mean we can't like
Sell
some
the property? What do you
side
mean?
money.
Looking at some things in the ability flipped our
How much do
understanding
you
on
think
its
we
head.
can get for that
Really?
CD?
Oh my god. She's snapping pics of stuff to sell it. Uh-oh. It made a poopy.
Oh no.
Made a poopy.
One naughty ghost.
Damn, you didn't even turn it off?
Oh,
That's
ew,
disgusting.
Becky.
Absolutely not.
Ew.
Nope.
Becky.
Nope. Guess what? You just lost your privileges. Absolutely not. What the hell? Wait, didn't I kick the breaker on? Ew, a child. Oh, what the? There we go. Man, Zero. I don't know what's been going on, man. I don't know if I'm like pushing the PC too far or what, but like randomly getting these lag spikes in the game. Got a new headset. Turtle Beach. Nice. You see that? Like I'm doing nothing but walking forward and it just decides to do that. I've been noticing it more and more lately. Give me those. Give me this. Give me this. No teddy for child. Absolutely not. It doesn't deserve it. No. It might honestly be because I'm trying to be in too many places at once. That might be part of it. You've been getting orbicals.
Look at her.
Damn near killed him.
What?
What? Here, I'll get the videos. I got this. Wait, have you done any videos yet? Oh, no.
No,
Okay.
I'm waiting for Becky to show up for a photo.
Becky! Not a year eight.
The door is trying so hard. You took away her stuffed animal. What
I
else
did. You know what? I'm
she
going to take the other one
supposed
too. Bye, bye, bunny. Look, after I upgraded, it gets spikes. I figured it was good. No, it's like what's happening is I'll be running, everything's perfectly fine, and then all of a sudden, it will lock me up for a second, and then I'll just like teleport. Yeah, I don't know. All right, orbicals. Hey, RJ.
Oh.
Sorry, thank you for the 15 months. How the ghosties treating you? Not bad.
Okay.
I've only done one hunt so far. One of the devs mentioned something about voice recognition actually being the cause. What? Does it change if you switch voice recognition mode? What?
Lighters are important.
Check, check. Zero, if that's the reason why, that is disgusting. Yeah, yeah, we were just doing a pro for fun.
Taking a shower.
Well, yeah, it's the second shower it's turned on.
Wow. We're not made of money. Water's expensive.
We're in a drought, you prick. Oh. Oh, I could have gotten video of that. No, I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. Where are you? Are you here? Where are you? No, I could have got that too. Come on. Damn it. You have more? You do. Okay. 1,
Becky,
2.
can you come back?
Becky, come back. Just yesterday we were talking about the new update when it'll be launched in Q1. We got the date. Excited. The new changes, dude. I'm so excited. Hey, Christina. You reached level 50. Nice, Biz. Now you
There
can
we
do
go.
customs.
I don't know who just leaves their dots running.
Okay, well,
Need to
wait,
move
do I have
all
another
of
dot budget? No, another thing? No. It just threw something down the hallway. Hey, Dylan, welcome in.
Becky, she left and she's not coming back, is she?
Well, I see my breath. She might be coming back. Let me come into the bathroom. Wait, what motion sensor was that?
Hanging out over there
Oh, it's over
now.
there. Okay.
Yeah.
Come on, lady. Not looking forward to prestiging. Oh, you're getting close. You know, it's a good challenge. It really is. On Monday, whenever I do the early preview of Tangle, I'm going to be doing every tier. So I'll do tier 1, 2, and 3 just to see what they feel like. Well, you know, this was a high hope I had.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm going to punch. I'm going to punch.
oh, did you not get it?
I went to look at my journal and then it stepped. I am going to punch. Stand back. I'm going to punch.
Your patience. It was her just waiting. Okay.
Gosh, dang it.
I'll go get you some more salt.
Thanks. Hey, hold on the salt, please. I'll be frantically making maps on Monday. Appreciate you, Zero. Let me know what's needed, friend, by the way, if you need anything. Oh, I forgot to write that down.
Not sure if Becky likes your attitude.
Well, I don't like her. What's up, Owen? Hey, question.
So it's mutual.
What? I wasn't paying it. Maybe it's because I was running away. Was that Revy or Thay?
Pretty sure it was a Rev.
Okay. Okay.
It
I
was
was running for
awful
my
slow.
life. So I
I
wasn't
doubt
sure.
we've aged a Thay
Yeah,
that much.
I would say the same thing. Okay. Ari Dawn, thank you for thank you for gifting a sub to Zero. Listen, Zero, I don't want to like knock on wood. Since changing this over to system voice, I'm gonna be honest, it's been better so far. I don't know if that's gonna hold true. It might not, but I'm just saying. Just saying. Hey, look out! Hold on, wait. Let me go get a video camera. Maybe I can get that from there. That'd be funny. Oh, everybody's amazing, Ace. Come on, blow it out from here. Come on. Wait, can I get this one? Yeah. Do it. You okay? Excuse me.
That was really scary.
That was scary. Where did it hunt from?
Yeah. Hallway probably.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, there, bud. All right, I'm gonna sit right here. Locked me out of the house. I know, what a jerk. Motion sensor, and now it's going to eat the crucifix. Shit! No, it's that double. No, no. Oh wait, I was looking at the wrong
Listen.
thing. Oh,
Listen, Becky.
oh, I'm
You
looking at the
still haven't
photos.
showed up for a photo, you punk.
Hey, can you delete that video, please? I wasn't paying attention.
Sure.
I'm literally staring at photos, thinking they're videos. I need a firelight burnout. Give me this. All right, I'm ready. Thank you.
You know, I'm ready for her to show up for a photo. She's laughing too.
Oh, is she? See, she thought it was
So
funny.
The two of you.
We're just a
Guys are
pair.
great together.
Yes, quiet. Am I going to? Oh yeah, Zeeth, for sure. On Monday I will. Tuesday I will too. I just don't know what time. Probably early in the morning. Yeah. Is this a recorded
she's never
video
gonna show up
playing
for
as a
this
live stream?
conversation.
Correct. It is. Yeah.
Gosh dang.
What happened? You okay?
We need a ghost photo.
Here. You need a ghost photo? Here, it's going to show up when I do this. Ready?
Did you know it was a child?
No, but I told you. We still need to. Oh, spicy. Oh, we need parabolic. Oh,
No
crap.
wonder she likes you.
It's mad. I took its bail. It's running smoother. It's 0. I'm so glad you came in. This almost upsets me that it's kind of working right now. Point hope next. I don't hate myself that much. Doug fan, how are you? I love Doug. If you're saying something, I couldn't hear you because of like the parabolic thingy that happens.
We have to escape.
Oh, okay. I was gonna get the parabolic. How do you fix it? So the lag that I've been experiencing, I just changed my stuff
see
over
you-
to system
see you,
voice,
let it see you. See.
and it's running smoother right now. I'm not even kidding. You noticed how there's been a lot less lag spikes? Oh, never mind. Just got one. I just jinxed myself. If that works, I swear. That was the first one, though. Literally the first one. What other ones are there? System voice, text, none. Obviously, it needs to be recognized in some way, shape, or form. Yeah. All right. I did my job. Now you do yours.
Wait, I have to escape it?
Yeah.
Oh God, we're gonna die.
No, we're not. How was my day, bro? It was great, bro. How was yours? Oh, yeah, it's a Revy. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention earlier when I was running away because I was just trying to survive. So when I heard it slow, I wasn't sure if we aged or not, but there's no way we would have aged it that much.
Did we do it?
Yeah, we did it. Got
Heck
photos, videos, audios. We got the both,
We
right?
stole its toys.
Yeah.
I did. Yeah,
Damn
actually.
right we did. The jerk tried to make it talk. Oh. Oh. Got it.
Nice.
Can't wait. I can't wait for the rework either, dude. It's gonna be so good. Revenante.
See, we're professionals playing on professional.
See, it's meant to be. Can cause all the threads to pause, including the physics and graphics engines. So Voska's heavy, trying to load things in the background. Async manner, it can cause small freezes. Like, what the? I don't want it to do that. Because in the middle of a hunt, that's really bad. Scorby, thank you for the 14 months. Welcome in, man. Well, I mean, do we make it harder?
I mean, if the ghosts are in a cooperative mood.
Well, let's see what happens. Got a rev on Tangle. Nice.
Wait, when you say harder, do you just mean like
I
one
just
step
mean
up?
nightmare for now. We could always do we could always up it to like insanity with a cursed after this if we want to.
Ooh,
And then some no evidence.
okay.
APOC 4.
Okay.
Let's go.
APOC 4? Yeah, take that.
Yeah.
All those APOC 3 runners. You've
All
never
right.
done APOC 4, have you?
Let's pick 2 maps and then let it randomly pick between them.
Okay.
Dear Slayer, thank you for the daily heart, my friend.
You can't.
Joe, thank you for the
choose one
follow.
I was gonna
Yep. I was first. Gotta be quicker than that.
Guys, dang it. Fine.
15 months was skipped. No, wasn't I called it earlier? No. I remember calling yourself out. Oh, okay. All right. Well, let's see what happens.
I don't.
Yeah, that's what you get. What prestige? I'm 20.
Alright, we're
How
here.
dare you?
Take a look at the equipment and
It's a choice. I don't play it very much.
I've got nothing else
Didn't
to
take us there anyway, so it's fine.
Okay. At first, I was like, I think it's
Sandra
a little
B.
foggier if it's
I feel like
if it's
this
blood
is
rain.
the
Blood
Timu
moon.
version of something.
What, Sandra Brock?
Yeah, well, yeah. Her last name starts with a B instead of being D.
Sandra Bullock.
Okay. Well, maybe it's a Timu version of that.
Sandra Bullock's Timu is Sandra Brock. Yeah. Okay. Anyway.
Yeah. Well, so
Motion sensor,
what
EMF, and
movie?
firelight.
What Sandra Brock movie are we in the middle?
You know,
of
that's a
right
great
now?
question. When you hear Sandra Bullock, what movie do you think of?
I'm really bad with names.
What's it about?
I think the one that I've probably watched. What is it? Is it While You Were Sleeping? Is that what it's called?
I don't know if I
Do you
know that one.
Did I get the name wrong?
Well, what's it about? Practical magic and speed are
this
extremely
guy is in a
popular.
coma. She works at like a ticket booth for like a train station.
Oh,
And
okay.
This guy falls on the tracks
That
or
was good,
something.
yeah.
Ends up in a coma, and his family ends up thinking they're engaged.
Okay.
And she doesn't tell them they're not.
I think of either Speed or Demolition Man.
Okay.
Yeah.
My parents, I feel like I watched that with my parents a lot as a teenager.
Right. Blindside, that's a
Anyways.
good. There's so many
Okay.
good movies, man. She's such a great actress. Oh,
mean,
Ocean's
Speed?
8.
Maybe this is Speed.
This was a good one. You ever seen Ocean's 8? Is it Ocean's 8? Maybe it's Ocean's 9. Ocean's 10? No. Maybe, I don't know. Whatever it is.
Which is 25.
Whatever the
Yes,
Ocean's one that is where she's the sister.
The one with, yeah.
Yeah,
I
Ocean's
have.
8. I
It's
was
been a
right.
long
Okay, it is
time.
8. I was just trying to verify. I'm like, I think it's 8. Ocean's 2. 7? No, 5. All right.
19.
Sold. There's definitely a number in there. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go. Oh, no. I was gonna go pure side quest.
Wait.
Motion sensor.
Yeah. What do we need?
I'm gonna bring a
EMF
motion sensor. We need a photo of an EMF, right? And a firelight blowout. All right. I'm gonna bring photo camera and the EMF. All right, I'm ready. Gonna go by. Bye, Zach.
Okay. I'll get you.
Ocean's 11 is so
motion
stinking
sensor and
good.
your Firelight.
I got that bad boy on VHS. The Proposal, that's really good. That was Ryan Reynolds, right?
Miss Congeniality is a good one.
Oh, I haven't seen that movie in forever. Just need a light jacket. There we go. Ocean's 11. Ocean's 12 is okay. Ocean's 13 is great.
All right, Sandra.
Sandra
this
Sandra
feels
Brack.
appropriate. This feels appropriate.
Why? Why is that appropriate?
A place for a Sandra.
Look at me. I'm Sandra Brock. Sandra. I think I hear things. Oh, great. Another one that pooped in the sink.
Oh, gross. What is with all these ghosts tonight?
Then we ate. Damn. I don't know where it is. Oh, found it.
I found a toy.
Oh, did you? Work break is up.
Yeah.
Gotta go. Oh, thank you, sir. I appreciate you. Defini, how are you?
Want to see my toy?
Oh, okay. Oh, shoot. I'm glad that's what it is.
I don't think it's cursed. or
Almost got
anything.
demonetized.
What kind of toys do they keep in a time?
I don't know. I'm just
You know
saying.
what? I don't want to know.
Shoot.
I don't want to know.
How old are you? Goodbye.
Oh, yikes.
EMF.
This
Ouija,
isn't
dirty
grandma.
Water. Iron Lung was amazing. Iron Lung was great. I say she willingly went because I promised her popcorn and candy. But my wife went with me to go see Iron Lung on the day that it came out. It was wonderful. I thought it was great, man.
So So if they don't fix the footsteps with the Tanglewood coming out on Tuesday,
I mean,
we
do
can
you
be
really
out,
think,
right?
oh, tumbleweed. Do you really think that they're going to fix stuff like that though with the Tanglewood release?
One can dream.
One can
right?
dream, that is for damn sure. Yeah, I gotta agree with you there. Oh, I'm gonna grab a smudge. And I'm gonna grab the spear bone. Oh, it was so good, man. I loved it. You always hide in given claws. Wait, you hide in closets? What? Hey, noob. How's the game been so far? Good. Good. We're hanging out with our friendo Break. Playing some games. Took your brother once, wife and another. And neither super loved it like I did. I mean, that's fair. My wife didn't either.
You'll
Hey.
never guess what I found. What?
Is it a bone in the corner over there that you decided to ignore?
No, is there a bone in the corner?
There's a
somewhere
freaking
that I
bone
didn't
over there you
see?
decided to ignore. Hey, how you doing? Hey, where's did I drop the camera by the front door or something? Maybe I did.
I don't know.
Maybe I did. Where are you? Are you here? Panda, thank you for the biddies. Bug, welcome in. B, thank you for the follow. CX, hello. Where are you?
We'll find it.
I did, thank you. Yeah, I believe I did. Where are you? Are you here? Where are you? Are you near? Where are you? The odds are low. What?
Excuse you. Didn't even shut the door. What the hell?
Break. Oh, never mind.
Older?
The sound sounded like it was like one of those hand dryers on the wall, and I'm like, where the hell is that supposed to be? Why can't I find it? There's none in there. It's like, oh, it's never mind. It was a microwave.
Oh, I couldn't.
I was
couldn't hear
freaking
that.
out.
What do you mean?
I was freaking out. You couldn't hear that at all?
No, I don't think I could.
Oh. Oh my god. Oh my god. Hey, relax yourself.
Okay, long enough.
All right.
Good lord.
I'm gonna
Okay.
get this because the ghost is about to show up.
Okay. Okay. I'm ready. I've got my video.
Flash was
camera.
buffering for a moment. I did. I wasn't sure what was happening. Here, play games.
Ooh. What do you think that game's about?
You know, I have a couple guesses.
Snakes.
Ghosty. Oh.
This is not
shrewd.
about
Oh
spiders.
my god. Would you stop it? It's knocking all the pictures off the walls. Ghosty. I know what it was.
Let's follow the path of
It makes
Dusty's
so much
trail.
sense
Oh,
now.
Dusty's Trail.
Dusty's trail.
This map is Nell's Diner.
And a wagon ahead
Check,
and
please.
west. Part of a wagon train lost from the rest. Dusty's the reason for their plight. Thanks to Dusty.
Sir, we don't have a writing book in there. We don't have UV in there. We don't have a thermometer in there. What is even happening right now? Apparently he's trying to murder you.
Oh my god.
We are falling apart at the seams.
It
think we got so
started
distracted by the
walking to
fact that
here
it's
and it
Sandra.
stopped right here. So I have a story to tell.
Okay, I'm ready.
Oh, I thought that was it. I thought I was cooked. I thought I was over. Yeah, so I made the joke about the whole, like, the ghosty wants to hear Dusty's trail. Well, it spawned out in the area where the TV was, tried to murder me. Realized it was a Revy when I smudged and I went to hide in front of that, like inside of that little glass area. Yeah. So as I'm sitting there, then all of a sudden it starts walking towards it as a revenant slowly. And I have nothing I can do but just sit there. It stopped right at the doors.
No, you didn't have a smudge?
Nope.
Where are the smudges?
I used it. No, I used my smudge I had to get away from it.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right. Well, I guess we don't need evidence. Look
There
at
was so
you.
much of a butt
Figuring it
pucker.
out
All right,
by
we need a
risking
photo,
your
and we're
life.
missing all the
Proud of you.
sounds.
We are missing all the sounds. Yeah. Look,
Oh,
we were
crap, we
missing
need
half
this.
the evidence equipment too. So
Okay,
fine.
here I'll put this guy back. I got one smudge on me, and I got this. Okay. See that right there? How that happens? I don't know. I don't know
Sound
what that is.
recorder. I've got an extra lantern.
I've got a photo camera. I got a crucifix.
So the childlike TV.
Turn this off.
Noted. And
It started over
apparently
here.
rooms. Yeah, I see my breath.
That's the place we can find.
Right. Where you put that one there?
Yeah.
Put this one over here.
You have drops when Tanglewood comes out on Tuesday? Yes. Yeah, I will.
Okay, I turned that on and immediately laughed at me.
Oh. Well, what did you like think of a joke?
You know what I was thinking about? I was
Good.
thinking about how TikTok reminded me that it's been 1 year since you murdered me with a mirror for no reason on Camp Woodland.
I mean, was it no
And then
reason?
it left. Yeah, I think it was no reason.
Was
Pretty
it the
sure I
one where
called
the
you, like,
thumbnail
old or
was
something.
where the thumbnail was you inside of the bathroom through the mirror?
Yes.
Hey, demonic,
I'm pretty
welcome
sure I
back.
called you like forgetful or old or something.
You
and
said
were
something
like,
that was
"Also
not very
her."
kind, which is why you got
Listen,
mirrored.
I say a lot of things, and I don't know that any of them deserve to be mirrored.
I mean, I don't know. New Tangle, so excited, me too. Anything you can say about the new badge? It looks great. That's it. I can't say anything else.
Can we have
Oh,
people
look,
vote
it's
on
the
this?
cane that Blondie got me.
See, I didn't take it that far.
Do you know if Legacy Tanglewood will still be available? No, not to the
You're
public.
gonna look real cute in that outfit.
We got to get there first. Oh, hey. I'm a little salty about it. Uh-oh.
So I think it's empty.
Okay. Don't need a wig for the gray hair. Oh my god. All right. I'm gonna go step outside into the truck for a sec.
Okay.
Okay. Mrs. Flash needs to look at something. The ghost is saying, I didn't stop the show, someone else did. What do you mean? I didn't do nothing. What do you mean by standard badge? So there's an animated version of the badge and then a non-animated. The non-animated is standard. Yeah. All right. I'll be in the truck for a minute. All right. I will BRB, okay? I'm going to put on some tunes. I'm back. Oh my goodness. Someone behind your
back,
chair?
I'm
No, there's not. Oh my Lanta. Sorry. Sorry for the long delay.
No, you're fine.
Hi, Crumba. Anywho,
We definitely were not plotting. What?
plotting what?
Nothing.
Sons of. All right. I've got ghosty marks.
We should have everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the chair's gone.
I just
So
wasn't
sorry
sure
for
if
your
you had
loss.
revenue, so.
No, we were looking at a bunch of stuff in the basement that he's worked on. Take over the world? What the hell?
Welcome back. I've got some jobs ready for you.
Not
That's
sure
it.
how to feel being haunted by 2 revenant children in a row.
Oh, they both were Revy children. Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Hmm.
Keep coughing. Had a great time with chair. Great. All right. I think Bleezy's in order. If it's a Rev child, I don't know what to say.
You know.
It is what it is. Never seen me with another gamer. Oh my god, you must not have watched me very much.
Take a look at the equipment and prepare accordingly before starting the investigation.
I love that it's definitely a possibility. This is perfect.
It's gonna be Pam. It's fine. No, it's gonna be Pam Jam.
Okay, I trust you.
Come on. EMF, motion sensor, capture a vidya. All right, I'm gonna bring a video camera. Does your wife like deep? No, my wife doesn't play video games. No, the only video games that she will play are like family games. Like if we're doing like Mario Kart or something like that. Yeah, then she'll play. Is it here?
I know. The power is in the laundry.
Roger that. Oh my god.
Hey, it's a child.
Okay, listen. If this is a revenant, I swear to God.
I'm not. Hold on. Does that? No, I think it's in
mare.
the photo. It's really hard to tell. Okay.
It just turned the light on in here though.
You think it's in here?
Oh, it just turned this light on.
Hmm.
All right, I got Joe. I'll be back. What's with the child? I don't know. It's literally the third one. I don't know. Hoops, welcome in. Oh my God, Panda, thank you for the biddies. I can't explain it. When is the new Tangles? It's gonna be publicly released on Tuesday, but on Monday I get early access to it. I'm bringing a smudge. I have 0 trust. Hold on. What do we need for a revenue? Just a revenues. Orbs, writing, and freezing. All right. Give me this and give me this. All right. I've got book and I've got tips. I thought I heard it throw something over there. I don't know. Ooh, it's 4 degrees right here. Ooh. Actually, it's 4 degrees right here. It's here.
It's here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dio, thank you for the sub. Welcome in. Yeah. Go turn the other one on. There we go. A little extra light so we can see what the hell we're doing. Oh, we got UV. Which
Okay,
takes away
so
the
not a rev.
Revenante. Goodbye.
That's good. Heckin' finally.
Hey, Honorable. How are you?
Oh my god.
Yeah, no orbs. Not that I can see. And it through the writing book. Got it. Groovy. It's a mimic. Oh my god, can you imagine? If it was a mimic mimicking a rev.
Oh my god.
It can't be a mimic.
Okay, unfortunately,
yes, it can.
that's still a possibility.
Oh shit. No, because we don't have orbs. No. We don't have orbs. Alright, I'm gonna bring in 2 motion sensors and a cruci. Nah, if we had orbs, then that would be something that's a possibility, but I don't think so. Yay. That over there. Give me one. Nope. Love the videos. Can barely catch the streams. Glad I could catch one. Welcome in. Old HR chucking stuff. Man, I keep coughing.
Where are you?
I'm over here. Okay, go ahead.
Where are you? You close? Are you friendly? Do you like Flash?
Yeah.
Do you want to hug him? He should give you uppies.
No.
Are you old?
Yeah.
Where are you?
Right here.
Yeah. You sounded so sad.
I'm playing with break.
Maybe not that.
That's all right. It's about to do the ringy around the roses for you.
We have freezing,
Oh.
which still doesn't rule out mimic.
It doesn't, but we don't have any orbicals anywhere.
Okay.
Also, why? Open the door. I'll take it. No, not a bombo. No bombos. I think anything will really do.
How much do we care about a perfect game? Because I don't know if I want to go looking for the bone.
I'll go search into this.
Okay, I'll look down here.
Okay.
The bone on this map, it tends to blend into the rugs. Don't ask me about the time that I completely missed.
You sound upset about it. You okay?
No, my feelings are still hurt. It's been months.
That's all right. I'm gonna find the bone in the next 10 seconds. Okay.
That would be great, thank you.
Hey, guess what?
You better have found the bone.
I don't know where it is.
Oh, god damn it.
Hey, Wicked
What?
Hunter.
Did you learn anything?
I did. Look up. He said, "Hi, Frank." I'm pretty tired. I think I'll go home now. Hey, Kev. When do I get early access? I will have access on Monday at 7 a.m., friend. 7 a.m. Eastern time. Hey, got hiding. I'm not seeing the bone. It's gotta be here somewhere. Watch. It's probably downstairs. How much you want to bet? Hey, Scrum. Can't get enough Phasme, Baron, or Insim. I appreciate you coming in, friend. Hello. Is it always on the road? No, it can be. The bone can be anywhere the ghost can walk, is the rule of thumb. If the ghost can walk there, the bone can spawn there. It's not in the stairs or anything, right? Did you find the bone yet?
No, I'm trying to get Sam's.
Oh. Did you look outside by chance?
And
Oh, you say yes? I heard yeah.
I have not yet. No.
Oh, okay. I'll go look outside.
Okay. I looked around the downs.
It's gotta be out here, right? Hey, Slime Time, how are you? It's gonna be a freaking rib cage or something stupid. Just like this map because the garden being the ghost room. I don't get this room very often though. It's pretty rare for me to get this area. Hey, yeah, it's back here in the garden.
Oh. We really gotta start looking in the last place first.
I know. But that's not open. Whatever.
It's trying to murder us.
Oh, right now?
No, like 10 seconds ago. Can you delete that sound? That was an accident.
Wow, dude.
Thank you.
Wow.
I know. Like a newbie.
There you go.
Never been here before. It's my
That's
first
okay.
day. I heard you're pretty new too, though. Isn't it like
I am.
case
I'm
six for you or
case,
something?
I don't even know. It's something low. Whatever it may be.
Yeah.
Daz, thank you for the follow. Hello. All right. So, photos, videos. Just get it eating the crucifix.
Yeah, that's the plan. I
Oh, is
think
it 34? Oh. Miss Zuzu, hello.
it does it again.
Yeah, it's gonna do it right about.
Who wants us to leave?
All
God
right.
damn it!
What?
Okay, that was a duplicate too.
Yeah. See, I told you.
Fine, I'll just get the cruci.
I told you to get the crucifix. What's your problem? Time is it for me? If you do exclamation point
It's
time,
my
you'll be able to
first
see.
day. I'm doing my best.
Where's the cruci? Oh, it's right here. Here. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Mhm.
Bird.
I did the motion sensor. This is quite the image.
Tempting it.
What's happening?
Can't trick me.
I guess it just wants to have darkness for some reason. I don't know.
Would you trust me throwing it downstairs from upstairs?
Oh God. Yep. Okay. Well, there's a grace period.
got it, I
so
got it, I got it.
It'll be fine.
Ready? 3, 2, 1. Get it. You get it?
He thinks you're funny.
Oh, well, it did the thing. See? It wanted to see a trick. Do a flip. Okay. Are we, is that everything?
Ghosty is it?
Oh, we just don't know what the ghost is. Oh, crap.
Do you know what the ghost is?
Oh, no.
It's a child.
Just. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It's got wheels. It's got wheels. Oh, ad break's coming up in about 30 seconds, friends. Just a heads up. But the question is, was that a gin sprint? I would assume that it's warm enough that this is not a Hantu. Is this
Well, that was fun.
is this a gin?
No, it was fast without line of sight.
Was it? Well, it had line of sight.
Was that line of sight speed?
I don't know.
Is
That's
that
what
what
I'm
you're
saying.
saying to me?
Well, it might have instantly been fast and then gained the line of sight speed in the time it watched me.
Oh, I thought it was. Oh.
Celebrating your mom's birthday. What's up, Night Raptor? I don't trust. Yeah, we gotta go one more time. Am I playing alone? No.
No, I was confused.
Corn, you're corn-fused? All right, I got a
was
smudge. I'm ready.
confused. I think it was because it immediately saw you.
Oh, the orb check?
And then
I don't think
Yeah.
so.
I only ever heard it be fast.
Never alone when you got a ghosty.
It has not turned off the breakers. I was kind of thinking, Jen.
You down there talking to the ghost? Hey.
Yeah, we're just saying it.
All right.
No, I
Oh,
was
hi,
saving
Frank.
Frank. He was scared.
Sounds kind of normal, right? Charity, think of it the 6 months.
Is it outside?
Wait. That sounds normal. Yeah. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god.
I think that might be a jet.
E. Okay, now I think it's a gin. Okay, now I'm sold. Don't think it can be a... No. We heard the different speeds, so we knew this was either like a gin or a Hantu. Yeah, that's a gin. Nice.
Aww.
Good job, Frank.
Now, here's the question.
What?
Can we get rid of this child?
No. 3 hunts in a row. At least this one wasn't a Revy.
That's true. That's true.
Sounds Jenny. I think it did too.
One step at a time.
Who'd you anger? We didn't do anything. Cade, Simply. Thank you guys. I appreciate the gifts.
Frank.
Frank.
We
Oh my
can
God, what are
take
you doing to him?
anywhere.
Good grief.
Oh God, that's worse. Okay. Oh, you know what? Face down might be the best place for you.
This abuse is not going to stand. There we go. My God.
Okay. At least, yeah, just put him on a plate.
There you go.
There we go. Now he's got a little bed to lay his head on.
Breaking chat plotting. I know what they do. Poor Franklin. All right, I got Jen circled. Hey, with a plague. Josie will console him. Who did it all for dinner? Damn right. Yum yum. Yum yum. Oh, you'd restart your game because of all the stupid kid ghosts? The next one won't be. No, the next one will be fine. Another perfect. Lovely.
Did we earn a graduation? I think we were did you run your ads?
It's just a little bit here and there, Zero. They might have automatically run themselves.
You just didn't even pay attention. You
No,
just
I
wanted
saw
to
them, but there was
play.
nothing I could do because we were, trying to run away from this, toothy McToothface thing.
Okay.
Why are we eating, Frank? Shh. Just let it happen. That's fine. I'm innocent. Yeah, it's fine. Just do the things. It'll be fine. All right.
Okay.
Now, Richfield.
Oh, we haven't graduated. Okay, more nightmare. Got it.
Oh, yeah, no. We'll graduate after this one.
Okay.
Okay. Would you believe if we said that the Onryo ability isn't always the third flame? I don't even know what that means.
Get set up before investigating.
Oh no.
Hey, villager, how are you? What are you knowing? Oh.
Go and take a closer look. Maybe using it to help
It's snowing again. What the hell? What the hell?
We already had
Doing good? Glad.
we already had someone with the last
I know
name.
it's still happening every now and then, Zero. It's still
Be
happening.
another child.
3 photos, escape, and sounds. You know what? I'll do sounds this time.
Wait, I hear somebody told on me. Can I get their name so I can ban them?
Sure. Their name is. Do you want to write down like letter by letter and number and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, ready? D.
Let me just type.
Okay, D.
Mm-hmm,
If you say it back to me, then I'll know that you heard it.
Oh, yeah. D.
D. Yeah. E.
Mm-hmm. E. Okay.
E.
I'm scared about what we're spelling,
No,
but
that's
hold
fine.
on.
That's fine.
Hold on. Getting an actual piece of paper.
Oh my
I'm
God.
very
What's it
curious.
say? What the hell? Kenner, think of the
Never
5
mind,
months.
I figured out what we're spelling. I'm good.
Okay, got it. All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right, D.
No. I'm good. All right, moving on.
There we go. The plane has landed. It took her a second.
I hate your face.
I know she did. I know she didn't know.
3 letters in. Once I wrote it down, my brain.
Hey, we got a bone in the dining area when you walk in, by the way. I'll still check for temps, even though it's snowing outside. It was like 5 degrees there for a second. What was the last ghost? It was a Jinn. Early access date? Yep, it will be early access on Monday for Kinetic partners, and then on Tuesday it goes public release. Yep, indeedy. That one girl, think of it, the 6-month prime. Hello, friend. Gotta wait for this thing to warm up.
Yeah.
Hey, Bomber, how's it going? It might be upstairs. I don't know. I ain't heard nothing. Is it a baby? We don't know yet. We haven't seen the ghost. Ghosty? No. Oh, it's in here. It's 2 degrees.
Nice.
Incoming death child. Phantom last night. JT, thank you for the 7-month prime, friend. Okay. All right. I'm gonna go get more stuff. It's about to be? I hope not. I surely hope not. What's my real name? Well, what's your dad's name? Whatever that is, that. No. About to be a child. No, it's not. Dad, is that you? What are the odds of Satan's minion? I don't know. Ghost. Wait. What the hell?
Is it not in here?
Oh, there it is. It wouldn't. Okay. I wasn't able to record the orbs. But I just did.
Oh, weird. Oh, they do that sometimes when they're like trying to hide in a wall.
It's too late. Oh, I got it still. Let's go. Hi, Carumba Violet. Thank you for the 3 months. Knocking these videos out fast, boy. Knocking them out fast, boy. What'd she say? I heard her. That son of a bitch. You do realize this means war, correct?
You'll be fine.
Just remember this.
Listen, sir, you're fine. Please
Rook.
don't murder me, Chapman.
Rookie move. Might as well get a video of it while I'm here. All right.
See how fine you are?
I should still get revenge? I think I should. And... Wait, I might already have that. I do. Damn.
Oh, well, now you see.
Yeah, there we go. Rookie mistake. Rookie
No,
move.
excuse you.
Oh, hey, it's not the kid. It's Pam.
Oh, thank God. Excuse you. I put that in there on purpose.
I'm sure you did. No, she didn't. She forgot. At least she made sure there was a cross. I feel like she did not. Right after that. Hey, can we delete a vidya, please? Thanks. Trap her. I can't. That's not how that works. This. All right. We need to check for the UVs and the temps. All right, cool. Let me see. I got this. I got that. Bring in another one of these guys. Groovy. Uh-oh. Well, the old Tanglewood be lost memory? Kind of, not really. Like, I'll be able to access the old Tanglewood. Yeah, it's through the book, but it doesn't matter. We have orbs and spirit box, so at this point, it's either one of these or it's a mimic. Not a die-in. Mare, Onryo, Yokai are possible. What happened?
She took offense at what I did, I guess.
Oh.
I don't know.
I wish to see the ghost. Did you hear the faint? Did you hear the faint sound of somebody choking on their own words? Katie, thank you for the 9 months. But did you die? Our kinetic partner is able to access the old asylum. Yeah, I can. God, how long's this hunt? Hey, you okay? What's extra funny is that there's no more wishes on the monkey paw, so I can't even wish her back to life. Oh no, I hope I don't fall. Oh, that's good stuff. I don't care who you are. I don't think she's okay. You know, oh, I can. You know what? You know what? Just for funsies, I think I will. You know what? Just because I'm such a nice guy, I wish for life. Did you just spawn in out of breath?
Did I?
You spawned in, I heard. Did you see her go flying across the map? All right, so we've got... Uh-oh.
We got orbs and...
Wait.
and I was not
I need one more
getting
video.
freezing.
It's either a mirror or an Onryo.
Okay.
I did a yokai test and it definitely didn't do yokai
Yeah,
things.
definitely not a die-in. Okay.
Door move, ghost orbs, fire extinguish, burn cruci. Wait, motion sensor? I don't have motion
Wait,
sensor.
where's the sound recorder? Right here. Got it.
Okay. One more time. Let's go. There we go. Nice. All right, videos are done. Ooh, see that little lag spike?
Okay.
Katie, I'm doing good, friend.
Yeah,
How are you?
She decides to, you know.
Well, you'll be able to get the, you could get the cruci and you could get the firelight.
She tried to con me. She laughed again, but I didn't fall for it this time.
What a jerk.
See, we're learning.
Here, I'll get my lighter out and try to do some Unreal tests.
Oh.
Got off work. Nice.
Okay.
Oh, it's an Unreal.
Yeah, I think, look, she's showing off for you.
That's right. I like it. Thank you, friend. Oh, we
that
need to
must be
escape the
on.
ghost during a hunt.
Oh, geez. Okay.
Thought we were charge of sound. I was, but then, oh, ghost fart.
Oh. I didn't get a fart.
Oh,
That would have been great for a save.
after everything we've been through. Yikes! 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 Yikes!
Oh.
Give this much. We still need to escape. The monkey paw photo's looking fantastic. Oh. Hey, Sabrina, how are you? Goldo, thank you for the heartbeat. Kay, thank you for the 5 months. Hello. I was scared. Oh, it's a twig. Twig, what up, homie? How was your fast? How's it going? It's gonna stop hunting by the time you're gonna get there. Yep, there we go. Oh my goodness gracious. How are the games, friend? Twig, you missed it. I had a very funny moment happen.
Did she move to the
She did start over there in that room. I don't know. Is she actually in that room?
I don't know. She said hey. So I think we're good.
Hey. Oh, she did. Okay.
Oh, we didn't escape. Oh,
I know. You have the smudge.
well, I thought I didn't know she didn't.
Here,
She didn't see
start on
me.
that this way.
I like waited.
Do I think that the
thought
shade is
it's
actually the
over.
most boring ghost? By design, it's the most boring ghost. Yeah, it's supposed to be. Here, we'll just wait out here. Hey, that one girl, hello. Had a couple days off, so I was rusty today. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. A little break, though, makes it feel fresh. I'm good. Oh, the funny. Okay, so I'm playing with my friend Break of Daylight. I don't know if you know Break. And, you know, from time to time, we will attempt to troll each other, mess with each other. So she attempted to trap me in the ghost room with the trapping the ghost wish. And I think she forgot that I had a tier. People are saying, no. She knew there was a tier 3 cruci. I think she forgot. And I was safe because of said things. And then a little bit later, I realized she went upstairs. And when she went upstairs, I saw the monkey paw on the table. So I wished to see the ghost and got her. So she attempted to get me. I did get her. I'm really good at revenge in this game. But then I wished her back to life. So, you know, it all came full circle. It all came full circle. Wait for Pam Jam to stop hunting. There we go. See, but did you die?
Got it right.
All for the laughs? Yeah, it's for the lulz.
Oh, there you are.
It is for the lulz. All's well?
Yeah. No dying.
Do that. Sorry, hold please. There we go. Pajama Pam's the best. We all love Pajama Pam. We had 2 Toothy McToothface Revenants back to back today. You know what? It wasn't the Tooth Kid.
This is true.
I'll take it.
This is true. And look, nobody died.
Look at that. Nobody dead.
Nobody.
So wishing back to life doesn't always, no, it's a 50-50 chance. So if you wish to bring one of your teammates back to life, you are just gambling literally a roll of the dice. 'Tis a roll of the dice.
Welcome back. There's some jobs ready for you.
Okay. I'm going to need some people to vouch for me here.
Oh, vouch your attempted murder? Go ahead.
I very purposefully told everyone the plan was if we got a monkey paw, we would hide the monkey paw, sneak a crucie in the room, wait for you to be in the room, and then trap you in there. Because we didn't want to murder you. Just make you think that you might die for a second.
I mean, to be fair, I did the same to you and made you think the same thing.
But I did die.
But then there was another thought to be had after.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you'd escape or not. I was just like, you know what? Going for a gamble. Wish to see it.
I was really confused because she was standing right in front of me and I was hearing walking noises. And I was like, she's not walking. And then all of a sudden she wasn't standing. She was crawling. And then I like right about the time my brain like put 2 and 2 together.
Yeah,
I was
it all
dead.
comes together. It's okay. It's okay.
It's
Courtney,
fine.
thank you for the 9
It's fine. We
months.
got it. Yeah.
Twig, friend. Oh, thank you for the follows, guys. If Twig, if you need to raid and run, I appreciate you so much. I don't know what your plans are, friend. All right. Well, I picked that one, so why don't you pick the next one? Send me a chainmail. What the hell? Yo, what's up, bruh? Skibbity. Why is that picture so dark? What the hell? There we
I
go.
literally, when you're looking at it on this board,
If
I
you-
literally cannot see.
No,
You're
but if
actually
you-
both boards.
But if you
you're
get away
hovering
from it and you
over
walk
can.
over it, it looks perfectly fine. Or like this or
Oh,
this, but the
yeah.
second you look at the board, yeah, it's gone.
Great. Yeah, but
There we go. Now we know what map it is. That's cool.
interesting. Weird.
Yippee skippy. Have I dropped 6? Oh yeah, we've done it a bunch.
All right, we're here.
We've done it a bunch because those nerds were doing it, so we wanted to embarrass them. Absolutely. It's waning.
Possibly harmless, but be careful out there.
Thanks, Kinetic.
Okay.
It's okay.
It's
It'll be
girls'
fine.
night, I guess. I don't know.
Tonight.
It's April.
Also, we have the female wing.
Oh, appropriate.
You were 6. Oh, I've seen. I saw an outfit like that. One was 6 and one was 7. That was, yeah. How many people have actually signed up for? Oh, I don't think any. Scylla. Yeah. Not that I'm aware of. It was there for laughs. Good night, Juju. All right, I got a parabolic. I got a flashlight, and I'm bringing him up. What did I do wrong? Twig, I think you got automodded, friend. I don't think you did anything wrong. I think automod tried to grab you. Your mom says it's not raining, it's sprinkling. God. At least we know where the bone is.
Max.
Hiding. Let's go see what our cursed is. Good night, that one girl. Have a good one. We have a music box. Yeah, it's down the female wing. I don't know how far though. I saw that hay.
Okay.
Did you see the hay? You know what I mean. I could see it. Possibly in there. Yeah. Answers the question. Wait, what question? What happened? What happened? All right, I put the EMF in front of the room. There we go. This ain't a barn. Yeah. My parents used to say that crap. Where's my switch?
Just saying this room's like halfway to Timbuktu.
I know. Oh, the bone location. Yeah, it's not fixed yet. I don't know if that's going to come with the Tanglewood fix. I mean, the Tanglewood revamp or not. The willow bone is also messed up. I don't know if either of those are going to get any sort of treatment. It's hard to say. Anything happening over there?
I dropped my camera and now I'm coming back for stuff.
What the hell did she just say?
No.
Oh, okay. Kind of hope they don't fix the bone. You know, I don't know. It's a nice thing to have for now, but I want them to fix all the things. The willow bone is bugged. Yeah, it can't spawn in the basement. Dropped her camera in the toilet. Rookie. Okay. Up. Orpicles. We have herbs and spices, and it also pooped in the toilet. Sorry, I mean the sink.
Oh my god, there's so much.
Did I hear 5 for a second? Did I hear EMF 5? I don't have a lighter. Well, that's useless. Yeah, Logix, you're good. No worries. Psycho, thank you for the gifted hero. I thought I might have heard an EMF 5, but I might be hallucinating.
Well, you know how they like to like show up and then disappear and then you can hear them.
That's what I thought, but I'm not sure. But we have orbs though, for sure. 100%.
Yeah.
Okay.
100% works. Cool.
Thought I heard. That's what I thought I heard. We'll find out in a second. Hey, Dark, thank you for the follow. What difficulty we're on Nightmare right now?
Oh, we have freezing.
Oh, well, scratch that. No EMF 5. Nay. Onto Ure Onryo Revi. Wait, what's the name of the ghost? Hey, you know, the ghost name is April, and there is a ghost that's available still.
Oh god. Is this gonna be our entire evening?
We haven't seen the ghost yet.
This is true.
Here, I'll watch it spawn on you from here.
Great, thanks. Wait, are you in the truck?
I am.
Oh, okay.
Confirm we're not going crazy. Oh, we are. Confirmed. Your phone's about to be the next ghost. Oh. Got it. What you taking pictures of?
Stephanie.
Music box. No, I've already gotten her once. Tiffany, thank you for the
EMF
heartbeat.
and,
Hello.
some dirty water and freezing.
Very cool. There should be a crucie in there too.
Oh, nice. Okay, yes, there is.
Come on, Ghosty. Spawn right in front of the camera. Thought we already were. Fair. Can it be a mimic? Technically, yes. Because
We need to make sure this isn't a mimic, right?
that is correct. Which I can bring in the things for said things.
Alright, I'm coming back out to get some stuff too.
All right.
We need a sound recorder. If
Once
we want
isn't
for a
enough,
game.
sir.
I don't know
Wait,
if we do.
no. Hey, Catherine, how are you? No. I had my vengeance. And not to mention, I had my vengeance and she came back. So, you know. Thank you, Biggle. I got it. Thank you. Oh, I got it. I appreciate it. Damn. I was crazy once. A witch! Shut the door.
One of those. Well, that's not very
I
nice.
got
Then you
UV,
can't see
salt,
any of
and
the
a
fun
smooch.
stuff.
Get blood veins regularly?
Okay.
Nice.
I have.
It could be a
we
urine,
have two
maybe.
smudges in there too, by the way. I have a spear box and a sound recorder, and I think I'm gonna bring.
Oh,
a
yeah. I
lantern.
forgot I threw a smudge on the gurney. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Would that be full close? Oh, yeah. It slammed it shut. I'm ready.
was watching
Ready,
SpongeBob the
ready.
other day. Because Amazon
Do I
took
play
away
P-
the
I played
show
it.
I was
Yeah.
watching.
I have a couple vids on the tube about it.
SpongeBob was sitting there, and so I was like, okay.
Did you say SpongeBob was sitting there?
Oh, no, what? Yeah, on my TV. The one we watched.
Do I participate in the drops? I do. Yeah, so every streamer will be able to participate after the first week, but for the first week, it's just Kinetic Partners, and I will be a part of that.
Oh, hello. Where are you? Are you here? Are you
Yes.
close?
Yes.
Are you friendly?
No.
Do you want to be Flash? Do you want to be Mimic? He loves mimics.
Hey.
Is that a no? Where are you? Are you here?
Hey, Clay. Thank you for the follow.
Are you a child?
Hold up. We can watch SpongeBob?
Probably not.
Are we going to have drops with this rework? The animated badge will be available for the first week, and then I can only imagine that the standard badge will be available for the following week. Oh, sorry. That sounded weird. I assume. It could be longer. Why is it not leaving the room?
It's also not doing the front.
There we go.
Oh, okay. Bye.
Ball.
I was hoping it was gonna blow out this firelight.
Door goes to. Oh, yeah, I need that too. Thank you. Videos are done.
And
Groovy.
2 more sounds.
What map? This is Sunny Meadows restricted. So it's technically a medium.
It's not doing sounds.
Not doing sounds.
No.
It's going to take so long to get to Tuesday to get that stuff. Yeah.
Laughing at me tonight.
I don't know. They're all going to laugh at you. We need one more sound. We need crucifix, repel, 25%. We're falling apart.
So that would be perfect. Crucie's right here.
Okay.
So am I.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, so reminder for everybody here. Monday, I will have early access. So I'll be showing the new Tanglewood starting at 7 a.m. Eastern time. And then on Tuesday, it will be publicly released to everybody. And also the animated badge
Sanity is
drop
not
will be
working
available.
either.
And I will have that on my channel.
Oh, hey, I got that. I think.
Jason Golden, thank you for the
All right,
follows.
sounds
Keely.
are done.
Okay, so what about that whole eating the crucie stuff?
Yeah, I've heard that's pretty fun.
I was going to catch it midair. Hey, do it again.
The fart or...
No, the clock, not a fart.
Oh.
Good night, Callie. Is that badge just for this channel? Yeah, it's not going to be a part of my 24/7
That's
channel
what I'm
now.
asking. This could be another
Although
avenue.
you will, whenever standard badges are available, you will be able to earn
it's
that
only
from the
1 mile.
24/7 channel. That you will. Spicy. There we go. All right, now we need to repel it while it's chasing and also do the 25. Fart on command.
Okay.
Listen. So I guess we just we take this.
Oh boy.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Is it?
Do we trust ourselves to like hide back over here or something?
Oh, I don't know.
Standard meaning non-animated?
that.
Correct.
But I died there, I think, the last time I
guess
had
our
that.
talent.
The bed that's laying down that you kind of hide behind.
Oh, is that available?
The room next to the ghost? Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, in Pam's room.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Pam Jam's room. No effing way. We both looked at each other with the same thought. we both looked at each other with the same idea. We're like, what the hell? Again?
Why are we being haunted by this child?
I don't know. Why is it a revenant every time?
Every time.
Late night
Oh
zoomies,
my
little
God.
bastard.
Jeez.
Oh my God.
The hell your kid acts? I don't know.
Oh, we need to drop our sanity. Let's music box it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wait, we just got it.
Oh, never
We're
mind.
good.
Groovy.
We can go.
Oh my
Oh
God.
man.
Got everything? Yeah, we're good. Perfect game. It just wants to play.
Pretty sure we're the ones being haunted, not the location.
It's following us everywhere. Stupid little sugar rush. I have played Lethal. Yeah. Yep. Used to play it a bunch.
The first round and it just won't go away.
This is the third Revenant child.
Yeah, indeed. Fourth child tonight. Third revenant.
It's looking for snacks. Get me out of here. You know what? Hey, it's better than 4 child shades.
Yes. Or go.
I'll take it. Absolutely take it. Foolish, welcome in.
Welcome back.
See, this is why you don't give kids pixie sticks. Do you
Well,
see
if
what
we
happens?
get enough revenants, maybe it can have a new most common ghost.
Oh, maybe.
Not yet.
What about me?
We gotta
Oh
keep
God.
going.
Oh God, what did I just open up? Oh. Get out of here, Windows. Mine. Nope, still a Ure. Oh, fun dip, let's
Yeah.
go. All right, well, that was entertaining. Willers?
Okay.
Ask me how I know, because we're of age. That's
Listen,
why.
I'm down for all the cozy maps.
Hey, yo. That's why. Experience.
We've arrived. Check
We call it experience.
set up before investigating.
Surely won't be another child?
There's been no
Listen,
reports of
dude.
violence or sightings, but please remain careful.
I wasn't gonna say it.
It's not snowing,
don't
so that's
even wanna
nice.
think it.
All right, I'm gonna grab a video camera. Oh my God. Dylan, Caitlin, thank you guys for the follows. Golden, thank you.
Wait, if it's another revenant child, do we all of a sudden like win a prize?
I don't
Like,
know.
do we get-
Like, well, at this
do we
point, it's like a
win the
turkey if it's
lottery,
bowling.
or,
So, like, what is it when you get 4? But they weren't in a row, to be fair.
Pretty
blood moons.
close,
No, not a
though,
single
you
one.
know?
No. Gosh dang it. You know, if we need a change of pace and we need like a grandma, I do have an outfit in this room.
I didn't know you were a ghost, but that sounds great.
You never know. Door just got shut in my face.
Oh, well, I guess that's our sign. We should leave.
It's like, stay out. I'm a revenant. I'm hungry.
And I'm a child. You don't want
No.
this.
No, it's not going to happen again. Let's see
I
what the
have
temps are
zero
like.
Confidence. Okay.
It is colder in the living room. Wait. I think it might be doing this through the wall. Yeah, it's 8 degrees in here. Why is it doing everything
Okay.
through the wall?
It's probably a child. I don't know.
All right, I'm gonna go get the. Oh, I'm gonna go get the juice. How do you get a motion sensor picture? You can't. You have to get a video. Yeah, it's got to be a video. Twins, not necessarily. It's pretty close to the other room, so it could absolutely interact. It's like a 4-meter range or something stupid. Oh wait, there's nothing down here. What if the Rev wants to roam? You knock it off. Loki, thank you for the follow. Dylan, thank you. Go ahead and put this in here. Put this over there. There we go. Just be glad I didn't suggest. I didn't get the suggested item with that granny outfit. What was it? Depends. Let me get a smudge just in case. Out of fear. Fear for my life. Yeah, you can't take a picture of the motion sensor. Yeah, it's got to be a video.
Oh, thank God.
Why'd you say, oh, thank God?
Because it's not a rev.
Oh, what did you get? Did you get a spirit box?
Yeah.
Hey, let's go. Now we know it's a mimic mimicking a rev. Let's go.
Oh, great.
No, I don't have any orbs. Although it's not walking. Oh, there we go. All right, do the thing. You bastard. Well, the pictures when they're pure white, that just means it's not syncing up between us.
Where are you?
Close to it.
Oh, God.
Okay, it likes all of us.
Oh, it's hungry. That's why it was doing stuff in the kitchen.
Oh, toe hungry?
Yeah. Definitely hungry for your toes.
Where are you?
It's probably a child again.
Are you here? Oh.
I didn't see it. Was it a
Yeah, you
child?
didn't see it because it disappeared because it's a phantom. I took a picture, it disappeared, and it continued venting.
All right.
So
That's fun.
ultraviolet dots.
Oh, look at that. I love that photo. The lighting looks
Look at that.
beautiful.
That's a realtor picture right there. That's one you like show to the possible people moving in. We have mood lighting in the living
Look,
room.
we have mood lighting, like perfect for Valentine's Day.
Hey, Matt, hello. How are you? Toxic, hello. Oh my God. You know, and it's also not a child. That's a twofer.
Oh, it wasn't a child? Oh, thank
No,
God.
no. It's Rhonda.
Beautiful. I've never been so happy.
Look at this graph. All right, I wanted to get the other evidence just to say we did. Ultraviolet dots. Did we look for ultraviolet?
No, I put down salt. It has not chosen to walk in it yet.
Oh, roger that. Many minis, welcome in. Hello, Dylan. Thank you.
It's like hanging out by the coffee table.
That's right. It's just waiting for me to show up. All right, I'm here now. You can walk in the salt. Just give it a second. It's working on it. Just hold on. Patience. Patience. It's a virtue. Oh, look, there it goes. See, look. See the footies going right to me?
yeah, what the
It knows.
there's
There's probably an EMF over here because it tried to stalk me. Oh, never mind. I'll shut up.
No, we had school box.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I got what you mean.
You see what I'm saying?
You mean because it's talking.
Yeah. Motion, disturb salt, door moved, object throw. So when it does this event, I'm going to take a video of it.
Okay.
Right now. Well, damn.
You gotta stop leaving the dots
Oh,
on.
no. Delete that. I tried to get the fart, but it got the object
Oh.
throw.
Oh, that's not nice.
Oh, thank you. Gosh, dang it. Trash Panda, thank you for the follow. That's not the event I need. I need a physical manifestation ghost.
Carol, Rhonda, Carol.
Carol Rhonda.
Oh, we do need a video of it.
I know.
I have a monkey paw.
Boo.
Do you wanna
Yeah.
play?
We have to make sure we know where it is, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, will we the motion sensor to go off?
Yeah.
That ought to work, right? If we okay. You ready?
I'm not ready. Hold on. You're saying that. Question. Yeah. Okay. Do we have a second crucifix in here? I'm sorry. Yes, we do. Okay. I'm at the ready. We're dealing with stuff. Yeah. Do we know where it is?
No, you're fine. Yep. I wish to see the ghost.
I almost didn't get her. She was hiding behind the bush.
She's trying to be all.
Oh, now we got to repel her. Well, okay. There we go.
Oh yeah, fair.
There's like we're nitpicking some things that are being
She's
done.
already one and done. So.
All right. I've got a smudge. Do you have a smidge?
Do you?
Hey, Link. How are you? All right. Bring this bad boy in here. Oh, I can't wait for this map to get redone too. Because this is like, so they're doing obviously Tangle, which we're getting next week, but they're going to be redoing Willow as well. I can't wait to see what that's going to look like. Like, this is my favorite map, and I can't wait to see them redo this. I can't wait.
Do I get to watch you loop it?
No.
Oh, you sure? I think she wants to be looped.
All right.
God, she's so invisible.
I need to rework high school. They, not me. What happened? The garage looks so bare. It's like the map is great. It's just, again, it's an asset thing. What happened? I don't think she looped. I'm not sure what she did. I think you didn't escape. Well, I did. Where'd she go? Did she even get a smudge off? Oh no. Oh no. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I saw a smudge. I don't see a lighter. You have a lighter, right? I'm sure it's under your body. There's no way you'd come in here without a lighter. No way. Oh wait, do I still need to escape? Oh yeah, I gotta repel. No, you wouldn't do that. No. Never. I'm gonna check the truck when we get back. Guarantee she forgot the lighter. Yeah. We think Break might have had an oopsie. Wish for her back. I'm going to. I know. I've been here before. Like 3 times. It was great. Had all the fun. You're mean. Why'd you kill my friend? No drink. I know. I do what I want. I live my own life. Noah, welcome in. Eggless, hello. Are we drinking coffee? I can wish to bring her back, yes. I just want to get the last objective, which I did. All right. Are we lucky enough? Are we? Okay, all right. Where's the monkey paw? I assume it's in here. There it is. I wish for life.
Oh my God, you managed
Lanta.
to stay alive.
Wow.
Hey, look, I brought a shoe back.
Yeah. Did you take that with you to the afterlife?
No, I brought it from the afterlife.
Oh, nice. Probably smells good.
Yeah, so apparently I'm just a walking skill issue. It's fine.
So you did have a lighter. Well, I was gonna say
I
there's
did
only
have a
2.
lighter. I just didn't realize how close she was to me. I didn't even try to smudge.
I gotcha. You know what? At least you remembered the lighter. That's the main part.
Yeah, that's true. Cause I forget all the time.
Oh, me too.
That very
Oh, me
easily
too.
Could have been the problem.
They yell at me all the time for good reason because I forget nonstop.
Yeah.
All right. Well, guess what? We live again.
Wasn't a Revy.
Was not a Revy. So we've had 3 Revenant children. Phantom blinks always make you think you have more time. Yeah, you got to be super careful with a Phantom. Hard to see. Look at all these perfect games. I don't know what to do with myself.
No.
Now the break is live again. I'm leaving. Good night, Momo. Hey, Pumpkin Queen. Oh, where to now?
Well, if we're gonna keep doing Nightmare, I feel like we should go somewhere a little bit bigger again. We went to Bleeze, and we went to Semi-Restricted. Oh my, okay.
Le prison.
Straight to jail. Yeah, that's fair.
I think so.
Might deserve
Or okay, no. Hey,
I did trap you in the room with a ghost. It's
Listen.
fine.
Listen.
No, listen, I do like
Listen.
prison. What? I'm
What
listening.
if we 50-50?
Oh, tower prison?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
There we go. That way, you know, it's up to the game where it wants to take us.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's try it. See? There we go.
All right.
See, the game wanted us to go see Toe. I need to fix the lighting in this one. Like, it's awkwardly brighter than it should be.
But just in the truck, yeah.
Don't pass go. That's right. All right. I don't see any bonus orbs. I do see a questionable shadow up there. All right.
Oh no, not the shadow.
I looked right at it. Photo camera EMF
Don't
capture.
stare it in the eyes.
I looked right at it. I couldn't help myself. There we go. All right, we're going in. Shadow? Oh, you didn't see it? I'll go back and show you. Sorry, someone said they didn't know what the shadow was.
Oh no. You're educating.
We don't know what that is. All right, there we go. That shadow. Yeah. Never seen it? Oh, now you're going to see it every time. 18 plus. Would you just look at it? Power's on, by the way. It's over to the right. The power. I have no idea where the ghost is.
Okay.
It's Jason's.
Oh no, it's Cora.
Oh, no. Oh, Blood Moon would have been great because it's an outdoor map. Blood Moon on the outdoor maps are always really cool. Easter eggs, 2 of them. I ain't heard nothing. That's disgusting.
What?
It's playing with a stuffed animal.
Again?
I heard it. It's over near the tents. Not the first campfire, the second one.
The one like just straight back, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what stuffed animal that was.
So probably yellow.
I assume. Oh, through my camera.
The bear looks okay. Oh,
Yeah.
he just did something.
Yeah, do you have UV on you by chance?
No.
Damn, okay. Wait, where am I going?
Oh, it's making us dinner.
There we go. Let's do this. Get Toe. Hi, Toe. There we go. Trust you, it's a Jinn. If it's not a Jinn, can I ban you? Playing a stuffed animal after seeing the shit. I'm out of here. There we go. It's got a new seat.
You remembered Toe. I'm proud of you.
I did. Gave him a new
look
little
at
seat.
him.
Yeah. Gave him a new little
He looks
chair.
so good.
All right. I'm bringing crucifix, salt, and UV.
Okay. You got a video camera.
All right. Actually, you know what? I'm going to
Okay.
disregard the salt because it just touched the flap over there. I'm going to bring dots instead.
Okay.
Expedite the process. Yeah, so
like
we a couple of the pauses is what was happening. So we've been getting work done in our basement.
Yeah.
It's been a process. It's been it's been fast at some
So much
moments and
fun.
then other moments really dragging out. But it was
Okay.
about like a lot of spots where it's like, well, that's not done. That's not done. Well, that's definitely not done. That's not
Oh,
done.
great.
Oh shit. Oh, we have UV. Look.
Fun. Oh, hey.
Nice. All right, I'm gonna put dude skis.
Yeah, at some point, I
right there.
gotta bite the bullet and have somebody redo my deck, and I'm not looking
Yeah,
forward to it.
I know it sucks. As we looked, we saw everything about it. We're like, gosh dang, dude.
Where are you?
Y does for a flap.
Are you here?
What?
Are you close? Are you friendly? Where are you? Are you near?
Yeah, it might be a Goryo. Y dots for a flap? I don't. That sounds like slang for
No.
something. Dude, what? I could go search for the bone. I don't know if we found that yet. I assume no. Yeah. How many evidence does the ghost have to offer? We're doing nightmare, so it offers us 2. 2. Got anything else in there?
They're just leaving fingers everywhere.
You heard the flap and decided to get. Oh. You think that they're. Oh. Why'd you switch? Oh, you're 100% right, Christina. Yeah. Yeah, so I heard the flap. And that's why I brought dots instead of bringing the salt, because I knew I could check the flap for UV instead of worrying about the salt. Lighter check. Got it. Sausage check. Bring one of those. Bring one of these. I got a smooge. Hey, Lag, how are you? Good God. Say, it can't be a Uri. What the hell? Tex, think of the 14 months, man. All right, what are we missing? Oh, God. You know what? Hold on.
What?
Step back a little bit. Oh, my God.
Why is it chucking shoes at me?
It just tried to murder you with a shoe.
Yeah, that's not very nice.
Pulte is on the table. Oh, what a bitch. Oh, ghost fart. I'm going to record it and then run away. Or it's going to dissipate. Gosh, dang it. Ghosty. Not today. It was gone so fast. Like, why? Friends with the other ghost that didn't like that she took the shoe.
Kyle, well, at least it did a thing.
That's why I tried to murder her with the boot. All right. It's being a real big weenie. Oh, ghost fart.
Why do I keep doing that?
Got the recording of it. Hey, yo. Do we have a crucifix in here? Oh, we do. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Do we know what produce we have or anything?
Ghost, do you like want to lift all the stuff and show that you're a Pulte and stop being such a butthole?
Oh, yeah, that'd be cool. Here,
That'd be
we'll
cool.
put
Here,
more
I'll put all of
shoes.
it in a
Seems
pile
like
for you.
those.
Put it all in a little pile.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't pick that up. It's glued to the floor. That's fine. Didn't like it anyway.
These are shoes?
Wait, do I have... Oh, shh.
What?
I was recording. No, the ghost tried to shush us.
Oh.
Got
Well,
it.
that's not very nice.
Nice.
I'm giving it shoes.
Burn Cruci, mist form. All right, blow another firelight out, please. For the baby, we haven't even seen it yet. The only events that it's done have been the mist ball.
Maybe
We
it
haven't
wants a
seen
football.
anything else. You want to play some football? Yeah, sounds are done.
Okay. We got a long ways to go.
We only have ultraviolet, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Why are those boots
biscuits
so
and
heavy?
butter. 1.1
Lord.
degrees. It's not freezing yet. If it's freezing. Would you knock it off? It might be a Goryo. Let me go check from the truck. I'm a little curious. I think this might be a Goryo. Making time? Yeah, there we go. All ads are playing. Oh, poo. Yeah, I can't control them when we're playing together. Wait, do we already have video of that? No, we didn't. We do have a double object throw, though. Maybe a little baby Goryo? It might be. An active little booger. I'll give it that. Just not giving us whatever the other evidence is. Interesting. Chemical, welcome in. What happened?
There. I found a teddy.
Okay,
headphone
what about it?
backwards. And it's by the bathroom.
Oh, it teleported the teddy all the way to the bathroom?
Apparently.
Interesting. Oh. Bro, thank you. What does that say? What the hell? Oh, there goes Grandma. I was like, where are we going? Who am I playing with? I'm playing with my friend Break of Daylight. She didn't look that speedy. She looked pretty normal. But the lift on the camera was crazy. She was taking us for a ride. All right, let me grab another one of these. Does that sound normal? Hey, Kavya, welcome in.
I didn't even know it was hunting.
Hey, it was hunting.
Oh, hey.
There we go. We'll check that way. Still a little curious if it might be a Goryo. It's being a butt. Never seen the POV of a camera while it's being thrown before. Not like that. Not in the middle of a hunt when it's thrown. I don't think I've ever seen that. Now we have this camera, though. So the odds of it being able to do it here is very low. Very low. Chicken, welcome in. Hello. Keep telling my friends to check the light switches for when it's hunting. Easiest way to know if it's hunting or not. If you're far away, it depends on how big the map is. We have dots inside of the tent. We have dots outside of the tent. Camera got really tall. Has Tanglewood rework been confirmed? Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's coming out on Tuesday for the public. I'll be doing a early preview of it on Monday. Mostly too scared to check when I can't move from my hiding spot. That's fair. I mean, if you're close enough to the ghost where you can't even get out of there to check the light switch, then you can always just listen and just wait until the ghost stops hunting with like the sound. Love-hate relationship with the Goryo. It's usually just hate for me. Yeah. On Monday? No, right now. I'm not seeing any dots, friend. Hey, what up, Hargy? How are you? All right, I'm gonna get a little bit closer. A little bit closer now.
I think it sounds normal.
Normal speed, roger that. Hey, we have an object from a video that still needs to be deleted, by the way.
Oh, gotcha.
Thank you. We'll just wait patiently. I have trouble telling if it's hunting or if it's an event. Been playing for a month. More practice, you'll get used to it. For sure. Better than ghost orbs on no evidence? Good ice cream. I got nothing. Alright, it's done.
Jen?
Did you say gin? Shit. What are you looking at? Grandma? Hey, Eris, welcome over, friend. Turn that off.
Telling me we're missing EMF 5?
Oh my god. Tried to murder me with the video camera.
I swear Jin sprinted at me.
It might actually be a Jen. Hey, Starbucks, you're good. Am I doing no evidence runs at any point? I don't know about right now. So what are we missing then for the Jennifer? Possible EMF 5?
Yeah, freezing or EMF 5.
You haven't heard EMF 5 yet.
No, and we are like, it's just not that cold.
Late freezies? It'd have to be really, really late. Oh, baller.
Yeah, I don't think we're getting freezing. I'd
But
be
we're
really
also
surprised.
not getting
I think if
5.
freeze, I swear it didn't freeze.
I swear. Well, it hasn't kicked the power yet, so I'll be there.
It hasn't, that's true.
Yeah, no freezing, no EMF 5. Come on now. Oh, look, another EMF that's not a
Doing
5.
plenty of stuff. Yeah, like where's the EMF?
Guess we'll just have to wait for it to hunt again.
Yeah, well, I don't have a smudge, so.
All right, well, good luck. Where are you? Are you here? Wait, here.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Oh, did you have an extra?
Yeah, I do. I don't know if that sounded like a gin sprint.
That did not.
Let's see, I didn't think I heard that. What do you want, Grandma? Go away. Shoot. She's over there. She's behind the tent. Go get her. Why don't you use tier 3? I don't prefer it. I prefer tier 2.
All right. Well,
Like,
I'm confused.
what a weenie. Drifter.
Oh Lord, yeah, we would know.
Watch, we're gonna get dots here in a second. 3,
Oh my God.
2, 1. Or not.
Please no.
Drifter, thank you for the subs,
I'm
homie.
so confused.
Why did she slow down? She slowed down because she smudged her. That's why. It was really deceiving looking because it didn't look like there was a player behind that like little partition, and all of a sudden the ghost just slows down.
I wasn't sure if she
It's
saw
fine.
me
I know,
and was
I know.
coming over to me, or if she stopped and was hanging
No,
out
you're
with you,
good.
and I didn't want to die again.
Granny is playing hard to get. What evidence do we have so far? The only thing that we have is ultraviolet. It's not giving. I mean, well, we're
Just
definitely not going to
wanna
get
have a
F5
nice
now. Well, okay. What do we know that it's not? Onto. Obake is still possible. I don't know if we watched enough.
Phantom?
Oh, Bambo. I don't think it's a phantom.
Wait, it
Not a
farted,
mimic.
right?
Huh?
It did the mist
Did you
ball.
see that?
It's not an Oni.
Hey, there's dots, by the way.
Oh. Obake, you said. Okay, sorry. Yes, there are, and I really hate that for us.
Thank you, friends. Thank you.
Why does it sound like it didn't sprinted? I don't know.
We need to make sure it's not a banshee. Well, no, we know it's not a banshee. Right? Well, no. Are we 100% that it targeted you? I think it did.
It definitely did. Yeah. When
Yeah.
I was over by the cabin.
Well, no. When we were
when I
both in
thought it
there,
didn't sprinted.
we were both in there.
Oh,
It
were you
chased
not
you
in there when it?
to the front, and it got faster. And then it chased me. So then we would
Right.
know that it would have to be a Goryo. No, we know it's Grandma.
It would
Yeah.
have to be.
Hey, Brody. Oh, I'm so excited, man. This was so good. Drifter, thank you for the subs, friend.
Why do they always have to be Gorios?
I don't know. I kept trying to check. It's supposed to be like increased chance for dots and everything. No, apparently not.
What do we have to do? What do I have to do?
What do we?
Listen, what do I have to do to get the devs to change my RNG?
$20.
Like, do they need some brownies? $20. I mean, I can do $20.
$20.
I'll mail them some cookies. Like, I mean, I'm
You know, they
willing
probably
to
wouldn't
pay.
deny some cookies.
Yeah.
I bet Tom would destroy those. Give a couple to CJ. They'll be all right.
Yeah.
I'm very well aware, Carson. Yeah, I've played this game twice before. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm pretty confident in saying that it's a Goryo. If it's a Banshee,
yeah, it
then we can
has
just
to
yell at
be.
somebody else. Yeah. Wait.
Yeah.
Wait.
What?
Never mind. You have the bone. Awesome.
Yeah.
Toe appreciates it.
You're welcome, Doe.
Look at that appreciative little bean. Look at him. Play no evidence?
so cute.
No. Couple of nice. Oh my God, Plague. Yeah. It took that long for us to see dots. Come on.
What did we not get?
I don't.
Did we not get our last video?
Oh yeah.
It's fine.
Oh yeah. We got antsy because we saw the dots. Oh yeah. Whoops.
Yeah, it's fine.
I mean, whatever. Yeah, I didn't get it. Yeah, I'll take blame on that one.
Yeah, we both really need the money. I mean, we're so broke.
Listen, I'm struggling over here.
Yeah, how many millions do you
God,
got?
no, I only have 1.6. I'm falling apart.
I barely hit 1 million the other day. I'm the poor one.
I'm struggling. I'm
mean?
over here eating hot dogs and beans.
Mac and cheese.
Hey, Pete, welcome in.
Top
hey,
ramen
hey,
every
hey,
day.
hey, hey, you don't down mac and cheese. How dare you?
No, I'm not. I love mac and
My
cheese.
daughter's
I'm
favorite.
just saying. It is also my favorite. She has good taste.
She does. Okay. Where to?
We haven't been to Grafton or Tangle. Have we been
Touches.
to Tangle tonight?
I went there first, but we can go there again.
Oh, you went
I feel like it's only.
me.
I feel like, listen, I was doing a warm up, and I figured it'd be a nice quick match. I feel like Tangle is an appropriate place to go to, you know,
I mean,
bid our farewells because we're only going to have so long with it.
right. But it's the nostalgia factor. I'm excited for the new. I'm excited for the change.
Yeah.
The nostalgia, you know?
Roger that. Let's do the thing. For what would you need 1 mil, bro? What exactly am I going to spend the money on?
Equipment and get set up for
Bruh.
investigating.
I'm just not gonna get a single mail ghost tonight.
Be linked to a cursed object.
What exactly in this game am I going to spend the money on?
Just not a single one.
Oh, yeah. Everybody's going to miss part of it, for sure. There's zero problems with missing the map and loving the way that it is, but I'm still excited to see the new one. A new truck, that'd be cool. Imagine if you could buy like a different version of the truck. Like that's what you can spend your money on, like not just
like
cosmetics for the player,
upgrade?
but upgrade like the upgrade
the layout of the truck.
well, upgrade your lobby
Or just
within
the
like the warehouse, upgrade this, upgrade all that stuff. That'd be cool.
Like the style of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah, you know, like you ever watch back in the day, Pimp My Ride? Like, do you ever see that? Like, imagine them doing that with this. There's like a half pipe in here. Like, what the hell? What the hell? Oh, got a Helen Kemper. Yeah, I'm excited for it. We should buy stamina? No. That's unnecessary. We don't need all that jazz. Do you feel like you should be able to play the old versions of new maps? Oh yeah, for sure. I think eventually they should release some sort of a legacy patch that allows you to go back and play all the old
Boner
maps.
in the bathroom.
Yeah, I think that'd be really cool. But they're obviously focused on trying to remove all the old assets and make their own. My personal opinion as to why I feel like Tanglewood happened and they didn't do like high school and they didn't do prison or like some of these other ones, I think it's because it's one of the most played maps. I think that's why. Because now when people go to play this map, and this still is the most popular map, now everybody is playing with their assets, playing with their stuff rather than this. So then it's going to be shown more. That's my personal opinion. Ghost. Yeah, we got a summoning circle. It smells weird. I see my breath. Wait. Hey, is it snowing outside?
Did you say it smells weird in here?
I see my breath in the basement.
Oh,
I forgot my
look what
headlamp.
you found.
Hey, Ghosty, can you do a little knock knock on one of the tubs, please? Please and thank you. Or so many circles bad. They're just annoying. Yeah, more times than not, I'll go to light it and then the ghost will start hunting before I finish, so it just immediately starts hunting. Oh, no. Is this... I was gonna ask, I was like, can the ghost turn off the breaker with you in the room with the breaker if it's a shade? But it definitely can't do that, so shade is off the table.
Oh, I don't, you're asking the hard question, sir. I would assume it can because it's like a door interaction to me, but like, I don't know. It's a good question.
Hey Buzz, how are you? All right, let's get more stuff.
Sorry, are you lighting the summoning circle?
No, I threw the lantern at one of them.
Yeah,
Hey, Trey.
that qualifies as lighting the summoning circle.
No, I was lighting a candle. I was not having any intention of lighting the entire circle.
Okay, but it's still a candle. Okay.
Yeah, it's a candle.
It drains your sanity. It puts us one candle closer to summoning something.
You're overreacting.
Hopefully some mac and cheese, but
Oh my God.
okay. Wow.
Some people.
reacting.
Overreacting. You just
That's not
take it
very
take it
nice.
to the next level when it's unnecessary.
That's not very nice.
First she lights
I
the
don't see a
candle, then
candle
boom,
lit,
the whole
though.
house is on fire. Oh, it must have blown it out.
You never know.
Oh, footsies.
Ooh.
Did you have a photo camera?
All right.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
All right, I got dots. I'll place them down. I'll put them over here. It's coming to me. It's coming to me. Nice.
Couldn't even see it.
Nope. Did it by sound. I like it. Got it. Got it. Oh,
Hey.
dots.
Why? Why she gotta walk in my face like
UV,
that?
dots, Banshee, Phantom, Obumbo.
Not a Goryo this time?
I think it's a Banshee or an Obumbo. I'm gonna keep holding record because I'm gonna get that dot video. Wait, where's the
Gonna
cruise
go
right
get
there?
sound recorder.
I'm gonna get it.
Believe in you.
What now?
I said I believe in you.
Oh, thank you. Just holding it. Do the Banshees have a new scream? I mean, it's been out for a while now, but Banshees have, I think, 20 different screams. Pretty sure it's 20. Banshee scream. Well, I mean, I'm not going to get the Banshee scream right now. She might, though. I'm ready. Oh, yeah, it has like 20.
Rhonda, show up. Do the thing.
Which take?
Okay, that's not the
Was
thing
it-
I was talking about.
was
I
it that
said
thing?
show up and do the thing. Oh. Okay.
She's
I
freaking
guess
out,
it
man.
worked. Wiggling.
Get cleansed on. Oh, I saw
Oh.
that dot. I saw it.
I saw that. Yeah.
Scenes it. Not the ting. Oh,
she
no, I
likes me
lagged.
now.
No.
Aw.
I lagged. Oh,
Good
it's
deal.
visible too. Son of a bitch. Go that way. Do like a runway
Can
walk
you
for us.
blow out this firelight, please?
Rhonda, walk the runway. Let's go.
Firelight- Rhonda?
Hey,
walk
Carly,
the
welcome
runway,
in. How are you?
blow out the
Freehaven,
firelight.
thank you for the
We're
12
very
months.
demanding.
You
Would
suck.
hate to work for us.
I do sec. Oh, she did it.
Oh.
Thank you, Rhonda. Love you.
Wait, she did your thing. She didn't do mine.
She's about to. What'd you need to do? Blow out the firelight? Look, you didn't even need it.
All right, well, Sands are done.
That's all done. We've got that. We got the bone. We've got all the objectives. Banshee or Obamba. We just need to figure out which one it is. Oh, now it wants to hit the tub? What a prick.
All right.
All right. I'm going to go get another smooge. When it hunts, we'll know from the speed. Thank you, Drifter. So we're down to Banshee Obambo. Obambo is it's gonna sound kind of like twins, but it's gonna sound like aggressive. Like it's gonna be a little bit slower or a little bit faster. So it should be a little bit easier to do. If it's a Banshee, it'll actually stalk us upstairs. Obambo, it changes between two different states, being either, I forget what they call it, but it's like either aggressive or chill every 2 minutes. So you can literally hear it change speeds in the middle of the hunt when nothing has happened, like when nobody is being seen or anything. If it's a Banshee, I'm the target. Wait, why? Oh, you know what? It does keep going towards me. That's really good. Calm and aggressive. Yeah, there you go. I think enraged might be the word. You know, I'm a little scared because the ghost has been walking towards me and venting towards me a lot.
Oh. Well, let's hope for the best.
Okay. I like enraged and chill.
I'm gonna go. I think we have cruises down there, huh?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Can you bring one of them up to me, please? Thanks. See, y'all crouched a lot. We're running back and forth. Is there a reason for that? Just being closer to the ground is easier whenever you're trying to pick up items. It would like us to get out. I still don't have a headlamp on. Yeah, it just became a habit. Running around crouched, honestly. It just... It If there was no line of sight speed up, then that's... Oh, Bumbo. I think we have no Bombo. Is that Obombo number 5?
I think so. I brought her to you. Oh, never mind. No, I didn't.
She doesn't want it.
She went away.
Nope, she ain't having it.
Yeah, she was fast.
Oh, Bumbo. I think everyone does it for a while after. Yeah, I mean, it does happen.
You want it circled?
Nice. Yeah, I got it. Why move the crucifix? Because the Banshee can stalk the player to the next floor up if it's in the basement. So it's possible that it could have come out of the basement to stalk me to my location. And if it did that, it could hunt right on top of me. So that's why. But we wanted it to hunt
We
anyway.
didn't forget anything that time.
Hey,
I'm proud of it.
now it's perfect. But why male models? Hi, Jeeves. Oh, my Lanta. I gotta be honest, friend. I think that's probably gonna be the last one for me. We have a bad wheel to
Okay,
spin.
well, thank you for the game, sir.
Thank you for the games. I'm glad we had the chance to play. And so many perfect games. All the life, no deaths, kind of.
Yeah, sort of.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mr. Cheebs, thank you for the
Good
49 months.
night, sir.
Good night, friend. Thank you for playing.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Yeah, good old break. Good old break.
Welcome back. I've got some jobs ready for you.
Let's see. No, go back into this. Go there, do this. Yeah, we'll do the bad wheel and then yeah, we'll chat for a minute. Mr. Cheebs, thank you for the 49 months. How's it going, sir? Almost a year. We're so close. Well, I'm glad that the chat thing didn't break. I'm glad that that's been working all night. So that's been nice. Oh, you're cool, Asher. No worries. All's well, friend. I am going to end it on the other places, though. So we're going to find somewhere to raid here soon. So I'll spin the wheel and then we'll go find someone to say hi to. But thank you all for hanging out today. I'm glad that the chat worked. So that way everyone's messages could be on the screen, which is super freaking cool. Thank you, friends. Much love always. Always, always. All right. Let me end this and then we'll spin the wheel. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. All right. Let's do the things. Let's do the things. Well, ever since they announced the, ever since Dan came out and announced on X that they're no longer going to be going after people that are showing multiple platforms on stream, like that's the whole reason I never did in the first place was because it was TOS. We weren't allowed. So I just avoided it. But now they're like, no, it's fine. I was like, well, why not try? Really, for the chat window, it's just turning on a couple of things. So, yeah, 'twas working. Look, the stream is ended over there, but you can still see the messages coming through. which is super funny. Oh, thank you, Blue. Okay. It is game time. Tis game time. What's the bad wheel? The thing that's on the screen. Oh, that's going to be fun. Oh, it's a good thing I'm not about to go to sleep soon. Damn. It's not a soda, I guess. It's like, how do we spin this into a positive? Hi, 6 foot. How do we make this positive? Oh my God. A good a bedtime bean. Yep, bedtime bean. You can't see it. Habanero. Yay. Luckily, that one is, oh, it is pretty similar to sriracha, but it should be okay. Positive it's not ranch flavored. Did you miss any Rev children again? No, we had, I think the 3, and that's all we had. I think that was the entire night. That was it. Yeah. This should be yummy. It's the second hottest one too. That one's good. No, it's not. It's not good. It's not good. What do you mean? Show it. There it is. I do have a drink. I have a very low tolerance for heat. Eat it like you like it. I can't. It doesn't taste good and it's just pure heat. I can't, Baron. I know water's probably not a good idea. And coffee's probably not a good idea either, but I'm going to do it. Spit it out now. I'm not a spitter. I do have creamer in there. That's why I was like, a little bit will help. Yeah. It's fine. Whew. Spitters are quitters, amen. That's what they say. Not with that attitude, Mr. Barron, I swear to God. Just drink the creamer. I was thinking about pacing around my room eating ice cream. Whew. It just lingers, dude. It just lingers. Oh no. I need a tissue. I need a tissue. I can see it in his eyes. It hurts. Woo! How's everyone doing? Chocolate helps. I think my wife has some chocolate upstairs I could probably steal. Oh my God. Oh my Lanta. Baron, I teased a banana outfit that was for an extended goal. Oh my word. So I had teased, I said that we have multiple different like tiers of like the good wheel and the bad wheel. And then I had the next wheel after that. And I said, I have a banana outfit that's for the next wheel. Whew. One more week until I survived another year on the planet. It's almost your birthday. Don't steal the wife's chocolate. No, I would never do that. No, absolutely not. Whew. Does Baron know about the gift you got today? Oh, probably not. I doubt it. Baron, I got a gift today. So I got something into my P.O. box and then I got a message that said, hey, you have a surprise gift coming. it's still hot. God damn it. Are the drops on Monday? No, so the drops are not on Monday. The drops don't start till Tuesday. Yeah, so early access is Monday. Drops do not start until Tuesday. It'll probably be 2 hours watched. Grandma Flash, can I have some cookies? Oh my God. I'm gonna take some notes from Baron about being a grandma. The grannies can play together? Oh, I'm gonna pass. Did Granny move in with you? Oh my God. Are you doing an earlier stream on Monday? I am. Yeah, on Monday I'm gonna be streaming at 7 a.m. I'm not wearing that on Monday. I added it to the wheel though. So I added the banana there and I also added grandma. Squirrel. Oh my God. Gonna dress up like the SNL church lady. Oh my God. With Dana Carvey. What time is 7 a.m. for you? I don't know. You have to Google that, friend. I don't know what time it is for you. Not right now. Granny Flash for new Tangle. No. How long? Yeah, stream on Monday. I don't know how long I'm going to be streaming for a while. I don't know exactly how long, but we'll see how it goes. Ace, have a good one. You should know. Get out of here. Be around 7 a.m. Monday to watch it. Hell yeah. That's awesome. Still streaming Monday night. Probably. I'm going to say more than likely yes. Yeah, so we'll do an early stream and then we'll also do a later stream as well. Tuesday, I would like to, if possible. Yeah. So I don't know what time. I gotta be careful with my eyes. I don't know what time it's going to kick off on Tuesday, but if I'm able to stream, I'm going to. They should use the Ask Cheebs. Oh yeah, you could ask. I mean, the response time is not instant, but AskCheebs.com is a really good way to get answers to some of the lifelong questions we've all had. Yeah. Watch the server. Yeah, I'll tag everyone in the server, of course. Yeah. Thank you, noob. Oh, my Leota. Good God. The response time is either within a few years to a few weeks. Three of the giant. Oh, they're all comfy. Any new merch coming? I would like to have some more soon. It's just a matter of figuring out what it's going to be. Yeah. Hopefully I don't lose my streak since I work Monday and Wednesday. You can watch a VOD to retain your streak, Supa. Yep. I forget the exact watch time you need to do on a VOD, but I think it tells you. It's just heat. I want my hair gone? Then shave it. Might be a questionable list of questions sometimes. Oh, he probably gets them a lot. Yeah. Will you do a followers design merchant again? What? Been wondering for a while if those are apocalypse trophies behind me. They are. Those? Yep. And that right there is my plaque. And that right there is Toe. Yeah. Indeed. Indeed. How uncomfortable are you? It's fine. My mouth is a little hot. Lost your streak with Tom because it only counts once. So if you miss it back to back, oh no, really? That's stupid. I didn't know about that. What about the music box? Right there. Both of them. See them both? They're literally side by side. EMF reader. Frank. My partner badge. What else? All kinds of stuff. Oh, when we did just a fun idea of having people make designs and then whatever one got the most votes in the server. Yeah, we could probably do something like that again. A pin? They do make pins. So it's all about fourth wall. It's about what fourth wall offers. And I think they do make pins. I guess it just depends on the type of pin. Watch stream 1 VOD during a work break and then done work, watch a stream 2 VOD. All right, let's go to the Twitch side and see what we can find. Let's see who's live. Ay caramba. How do drops work? It's literally just watching the stream. Yeah, super easy. Really, it's you watch for however much time they tell you to, which is typically around like 2 hours. If you watch for 2 hours, then after that 2 hours, you go to twitch.tv/drops. You claim it. Once you claim it, you'll then have it in the game. Yep. Oh, you have to link your Twitch to your game by doing that in the main menu as well. Yeah. You don't have to do it first. Oh, no. You can earn the drop and then go do that. It does not have to happen in order. Yeah. They do. I checked for wait, you checked what for reasons? Wait, what? Oh, fourth wall? Yeah. So you could have earned past drops and you just never claimed them in game. Yeah. Some kid sizes, I could possibly do that. Yeah. If there's any particular ones that people are like really interested in, being a different design or anything different, always put it in my suggestion channel in Discord. Always put it there. For sure. Ba-ba-da-ba. Thank you, Kiwi. I appreciate you, friend. The enamel pins. I got you. Got the Ducky Twitch drop and then decided I wanted the game. Oh, that's cool. Heck yeah. Oh, you got the drop from watching the TwitchCon streams? Zappini, have a good night. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for all of the subs and the bits and the follows. I appreciate the raids. Thank you guys so much. I really, really appreciate it. We are stupid close to finishing our goal. So we have Friday, and that's the last stream of the month. I will be streaming Friday. Our kiddos have competition dance this weekend, but it is not until Saturday. So Friday we will be streamings. All right, I know where we're going. Oh, Princess, don't worry about it, friend. I appreciate you. Have all the quarantine zone drops, but I don't have the game. Oh man, that's one I would recommend for sure. Ooh, you know what else? I also learned from Rewind 99 that they extended the demo. Hi, Hattie. They extended the demo another like 20 or 30 minutes to allow you to go like a whole nother day. So I might have to jump into that again soon. Obviously, with Tanglewood coming and drops coming and stuff like that, obviously that's a different story. But yeah, Psycho, thank you for the gifted to Princess. Oh, thank you. Yeah, there's a lot of demos available. I know. I need to go onto Steam and check them all out. The freaking Next Fest, there's a whole bunch of stuff. Love that game. Isn't it great? Oh, it's so good, man. I was playing a little bit offline too. Obviously, you don't really save your progress because it's a demo, but still. I have not, Supa. I still haven't done Quarantine Zone with the integration. I have not. What I thought about doing a long stream one day and then like adding stuff like that into it. How do you think of it, the biddies? Also got the drops and need the game. Yeah, I know. Too many games, too little time. I know. Trust, man. I'm still, in a manner of speaking, I'm still kind of working on talking to work about possibly lowering my time to allow for more time of this. Do Prime subs count to the goal? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, if it's a sub that happens while we're live, while we're streaming, it counts. Of course. Patiently waiting for Toilet 8. That's one I want to do too. Drifter, the list is too long, man. It's too long. Gotta have surgery soon. Oh, Potato. I hope it goes well, friend. I have a laundry. Oh man, I swallowed and the heat was just extra. That was great. What is Placid Plastic Deck? A story-driven adventure featuring card battles, multiple choice dialogue, and funny characters, a friendship to mend, and a cast of opponents to beat. What? Is this made by the Duck people? Solo co-op or both? Oh, both for sure. So many games, so little time while trying to adult. Yeah. It's called Placid Plastic Deck, A Quiet Quest. Look for steak. I will. Oh, I've never seen this, Rosilia. It popped up on my Steam. I was just looking. Dollhouse of Dead? What the hell is this? Jesus. I'll look at this after stream. I'm not going to do this right now. I will look after. Yeah, there's like Super Battle Golf. Like, there's stupid games like that. Like, I want to do stuff like that. I still haven't done Yap Yap. Saw a reel about a ghost hunting game that includes urban legends. Ooh. Oh, Supa, if you find it, I would love to see it. I haven't played Cursed Companions. Nope. Negative. I have not. Oh, the Super Battle Golf. Oh, man. I need to get Baron and Chinggis on it, in on that for sure. That looks too funny. Yeah. All right. Let us go raid my little beans, shall we? I have not played, dude, I haven't played Hightail. I haven't played Roadside Research. It's not helping. The Phaz stuff is about to get updated, so we're going to be playing more Phaz. Of course, Necro, I appreciate you. Yeah, let's raid. I just got to make sure that they're still going to be live. And actually, now that I say that, I need to make sure that I stop people from trying to come over here. There we go. So many games, a little time. But see, that's also part of it too, is like, I'm trying to find a balance with work. And I mentioned it a few months ago, and I just never brought it up again. And I'm probably going to bring it up again at some point. This idea about going part-time at work, because I floated the idea, just out of curiosity with my boss, because if I did part-time at work, then what I could do, because I mean, I've been a professional cinematographer, editor for the past almost 10 years. But if I go part-time and I, let's say, work Monday, Wednesday, Friday, then I would have the entirety of Tuesday and Thursday to do content, to stream and make videos. So I wouldn't stream the entire day. That's not the kind of streamer I want to be. But I would be able to stream for whatever, if it's in the morning, if it's in the afternoon, whatever. Maybe stream the first part of the day and then work on videos for the second part. And then by the time the kiddos get off school and my wife has done work, like, we're all done with our stuff. And then I could do that, and I would stream 5 or 6 days a week. And it would just make more time for more games. It would make more time for more videos. I would have more dedicated time to where I could do tailored videos with more editing if I want to do that. It just depends. Yeah. It's an idea that's been floating around, man. I've been having a think. So we'll see. Hard to say, friends. Hard to say. Thank you, Night Raptor. Thank you. Yeah. I try to be very, very methodical about it, you know? Balance for sure. Don't have the space to do so. Yeah. It's like they said, balance, right? As long as you can survive on it. Right. Correct. Which is something I have always been very cautious about. Very, very cautious. I think if anything, it was going to be like a let's try the part-time thing and see how it goes. And then if it works out well, then we'll just keep doing our thing. If it doesn't work, then we can always reverse. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Nettie. Hope it works. Thank you, Savage. Me too, man. Glimmering Myth, thank you for the Prime. Yeah. Just withdraw your million from Phaz. No, it stays in the game. All right. Well, I'm going to go drink milk. Sometimes you got a parent and wife. Yeah. Fair enough. very, very fair. All right. Let's go raid, you lovely beans. All right. If you're a follower, that one's for you. If you're a sub, the next one's for you. Creepy tier 3s, you got your own message. Friends, if you're not already in the Discord is there in chat. Make sure if you want to see schedule changes or get updates, pings, that's where you get it from. The rest of the socials are there. So is the Patreon and all the things. Watching all the vids, finally caught a stream. I appreciate you coming over. Hello, how are you? Think you suffered enough? No, listen, it's self-induced. It is self-induced. Internet people are fickle, young man. Think hard about that. Oh my God. Thank you guys. No, I appreciate you. Dahlia. Good night, friend. I was about to raid over to you and I was like, shit, she's ending too. Never mind. Dahlia, I hope you had a great stream, friend. It's so good to see you. Oh, Glimmering, that's awesome. Heck yeah. All right, let us go. You guys are amazing. I love you all. I will be live on Friday. Not exactly sure what I'm doing yet. Have not decided, but we know what we're doing on Monday. So Friday's the last stream of the month. If we hit the goal, then we will do a viewer day for the first week, which we'll get to play the new Tangles. Sunday, don't know what I'm doing yet. Monday, I'm doing early access for Tangle. And then on Tuesday, it goes public, and then I'll have drops. So then Wednesday, obviously, we're going to be doing it again more and more. But I love you all. I will see you guys on Friday for more fun and shenanigans. Oh, goodbye.